last session, you guys made your way to the Turkey, a sauna social club here in like the very middle section of the mid zone. There's a slightly more just kind of like regular urbanite zone, and not as seedy perhaps as the lower zones of the city get. Once in Turkey, you guys very quickly went about creating a sort of false identity and pretending you were interested in the club's services. You had a young clerk by the name of Galatea give you guys a tour after having hit and scratched a car which you believed belongs to your mark, Maurizio Valenti. And through the tour, you kind of like asked some probing questions, found out some information as to where Maurizio might be. You unsuccessfully tried to get Maurizio's permission to go up to wherever he was. He seemed to have been in one of the private rooms, and eventually managed to get into one of the private rooms yourselves. And you snuck up the elevator to Maurizio's room. You created a situation in which Maurizio believed his security mechs had hurt you, and as an apology, and obviously drawn to Nora, Valestina, and Wyatt, all of whom have very high charisma, or pretty high charisma, Maurizio decided to invite you to lunch, if you would just give him some time to finish the business he was handling. Through all this, Joke managed to hack into the terminal of the common area of the private room Maurizio had reserved, and overhear some conversations, some plans that Maurizio and his lackeys had on the district, though you did not really have full context for what these plans might be. You could just infer a few things from what they were saying. Riding on the Aurea, his beautiful golden sports shuttle car, Nora and Valestina made their way with Maurizio to his favorite restaurant called the Bella Vita. And Wyatt and Joke followed on the Tempest behind, arriving about like 15 minutes after Maurizio, Nora, and Val had arrived. Wyatt, you and Joke pull up. On your right, you see a nice kind of like wrought iron fence, but very tall, decorated with like small like needle-like spikes at the top, with a overgrowth of kind of like green vines that stretch and fall onto a small walkway with benches spread out. This is like actually quite quaint around here. You've gone up. You're on the 38th level now. Even higher towards climbing towards the Milia. And you get off the skyway. You see this kind of like wrought iron fence on the left side. On the right side, you see small assortments of narrow, tall townhouses pressed together with small yards in the front, under what appears to be a monorail-like construction, which bridges the residential area here with a few very tall, upside-down almost buildings that cling to the underside of the 39th level. But from your vantage point as you're driving, this looks like a small, just residential neighborhood like you would find in the Free Worlds or the Federation. It has a very particular look. It has this kind of like sort of almost like New England building type thing, like the red brick, growing vines, like concrete superstructure in the buildings, slope ceilings with tile on them, even though with clay tiling on them, roof tiles, even though it will never rain here because there's another like 20 or so levels above, if not more. You see, at this point, it is close to noon, if not a little bit past noon. You see a few kind of like children playing. There's a gap between two of these townhouses, and you see a narrow, deep, like little park there with like toys and stuff like that, and a walkway that connects some buildings that are behind the houses, above like a raised bridge, like many of the footbridges that connect these intersections. And you finally come to a slightly open, like almost a curving street that digs a little bit deeper towards the north in the district, or the floor. You see a small circular, like little plaza with a holographic circular billboard with news and whatnot. And on the opposite side of the plaza, you see a very quaint, small red brick building. It has dark green wooden window frames with like glass windows on them. Also, like the glass seems like slightly tinted to the like barely tinted green and a bit darker, a little bit like an old school tavern would have. Little vines grow from planters in front of the windows, grow onto the windows themselves and sprout tiny little gray and white flowers on them. There is a small set of steps that leads to a wide dark green door, which is kind of like just open, like it's a double door. It's like slightly open. Beyond it, you can see a small, like a wooden counter of some cherry wood, and over the door there is a wrought iron, like tarnished with this interesting patina of a sign that says Bella Vita Ristorante. And it's tiny, like if looking at it from the outside, maybe you gather this place maybe has a dozen tables at the most. It looks like a very small restaurant, and sticking out like a sore thumb, parked right outside the restaurant, you see this kind of golden shuttle car that has touched down between two smaller, kind of like just regular, like dark green and silver shuttle cars. There's a few empty parking spots too, and it seems like this whole like a little curved street serves as parking space for this restaurant that's on the cusp of it. And you see standing outside of like right outside the car, Maurizio is leaning back on the car with a smile on his face, and Nora and Valestina stand by him. You guys kind of like you're about like 30-40 feet away, pulling into the curved street. Do you just drive up, guys, or is there any like other conversation you guys are having? Anything, Nora and Val, that you're speaking to Mauricio about before these two arrive, or
you could just park on the other side of the car and scratch that side.
I was about to say I'm gonna do exactly what you did.
You do notice, Mauricio, Mauricio pointed you to park on like next to the silver car, and then there's an empty space on the right. So there's plenty of empty space for you guys to park.
Okay. But we're gonna park right next to it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm joking.
You're free to do it.
No, I'll park next to them, but not like in a unsafe way.
Yeah, luckily you're not doing like Nora was doing a parking maneuver where she had cars on both sides. Yeah. It's much easier to park next to the area with only like one car on the side. You know, like you guys can't. The Tempest with his characteristic roar pulls up, stops. Maurizio looks at you guys and you, Nora, and goes like, all right, so here we all are. I hope you enjoyed the drive.
Very much.
It was wonderful. I enjoyed seeing the crowd.
He smiles and just kind of runs his hand over the back of his car and goes like, if you ever want to take her for a spin, I'll give you my contact information.
We'll see.
Wyatt, do you and Jock step out of the car?
Yeah.
I check the the other car for any new scratches.
You're checking the. Give me a perception or an investigation check if you want to check the area.
The perception. I don't want to walk up to it and.
Yeah.
4?
4.
Damn.
The area looks unscathed, other than like the one noticeable scratch, which is on the opposite side. So you and Wyatt cannot really see it from where you're parking.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Maurizio kind of like shakes, rubs his hands together a little bit, and just walks in front of both cars, right by the entrance to the restaurant, and goes like, "All right. Well, I hope you are hungry, my friends. Ever come here before?"
I haven't, right?
Can't say that I have.
First time for me.
Yeah, I don't believe any of you have. In fact, a joke with your upbringing, I would say, Wyatt, you've probably had a little bit more latitude in like the areas you've moved into the district. But joke with your upbringing, like I don't know if you've ever made it really a point to come up this high. I don't know. It's up to you. Other than going to like on 6, you've gone higher than this on 5th, I believe. But
Yeah. Plus, growing up, like restaurant hopping was never really a thing we got to do either.
yeah,
Wait, he's never been up this high? Is that what you said?
I have, just not in this district.
Okay.
Maurizio turns around and goes like, "We are a little bit early for the lunch rush, but that's probably worse for the better.
Time is it right now?
A little bit past noon."
It gives us more time to talk.
It does indeed. I am very curious. Mr. Wyatt, Miss Nora and Miss Valestina told me some very interesting things about you and the designs you might have for our fair district.
You mean Valeria?
Sorry, Valeria. Wow.
I just kind of look at Val and Nora, narrow eyes.
Val grins.
Sure. What did they say?
He grins a little bit bigger. I'm gonna give him an insight check real quick. One sec. You are insight check for him. All right. He grins a little bit bigger, and he nods and goes like, "Only good things," but doesn't actually tell you anything that they said. He does turn around and goes like, "I am sure that they can spare a table for us, but sometimes they have reservations. So since this was impromptu, would you give me 30 seconds? I'll go inside and talk to the Nona and get us set up on the best table in the house."
All right, fair enough.
"I will be right back." He turns around and it's kind of like with a little, little hops, goes up the 3 steps, these kind of like widened concrete steps, and goes into the restaurant. You guys hear very quickly, "Oh no!" You hear like, it's just like a bunch of like just loud Italian greetings.
I was gonna say.
From inside the restaurant, and you're left outside for like a few seconds at least. If there's any strategizing you need to do with each other without Maurizio there.
I'm gonna throw the keys. I'm just gonna toss them back to Nora.
Oh my god. Aggressive.
Just a gentle toss, not like.
It's not like a baseball pitch.
That's
a
why
baseball pitch the keys.
Change it to toss because I knew you'd think that.
It misses and creates a key-shaped hole, like crack in like the wall behind her,
or into the other car.
Breaks
the car.
Maurizio's car again. Yeah.
Roll to hit Nora. Miss. Crit Val. Put her to sleep.
All right, I'll catch these.
So you said something about me?
Yeah,
I didn't say shit.
It's the same story that we had back at the sauna. I worked for you as a mercenary from Zeligar.
And what was the story? Or the plans that I have in terms of the city that he was referring to?
I kept it pretty vague. All I said was that you're just an up-and-coming player in this city. I didn't say anything beyond that.
All right.
Figured it was the best option considering it seems like we're concealing our affiliation with Lev, and just ran with the story that we had just been using earlier.
Yep. Leave him one.
How exactly are we going to get this information out of him? Without revealing that we know more than we say we do.
I don't know if we need to get too much information out of him anymore. We have quite a bit already with what
we know the rumors are coming from him.
I don't know if we know that for sure, but that's pretty damning evidence that we already have.
Yeah, we know that he has designs, that he is in talks with other influential leader figures in Sixth.
I feel like the only thing we really need to know is he the one pulling these strings, or is his father? But it seems like it's him.
Yeah, I think getting clarification on that here and now would pretty much be the main thing we should be after.
I assume he's also got something he's trying to extract out of us, considering he's taking us so much at all. So we best be on our guards.
All your contact informations, for one.
That's probably one of his primary goals for the night.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, I'm not gonna judge. You two do what you want.
It doesn't really hurt to share contact information.
Mm-hmm.
More people you know.
You guys hear a... Alright, it appears everything is set up. I am sorry for the delay. As Maurizio is standing on top of the steps, he seems to have at some point taken off the jacket and the like this long kind of gold tiger striped scarf he had. And he's just like on this black shirt and black suit pants. You can see a little bit more clearly like the small and golden necklace that he has. He goes like, after, takes the other side. After you, ladies first.
Such a gentleman.
I always try to be. Lauren, immediately make your way up.
Mm-hmm.
Nora and Val, you go through first. He lets Jock and Wyatt go after. He follows. You guys step into this space. What you see here is a little kind of like wooden counter. There's space there for a maitre d' or something of the sort. The restaurant opens to the left. You guys can see kind of like the beams of light coming in through the windows, kind of broken out a little bit by the vines and catching the very few particles of dust in the air. But like overall, kind of like looks clean and nice. The place is extremely quaint. You still got these walls of red brick on the inside with this sort of like smooth stucco base on the floor on the bottom section of the walls. There's these like dark wooden tables with like little unlit candles in crystal, like tiny little crystal decanters, and red, like just bright red cloth napkins on every seat, with like these slight, like stark white, oh my god, plates and whatnot on each place setting, with a delicate gold trim on them. There's a whole back wall has a rack, like a floor to ceiling rack that doesn't stretch the whole wall. It's about like 4 or 5 feet wide, but it's floor to ceiling rack of just wine. So I just kind of go through there, and there's a small bar on that side too. The estimate of 12 tables did not probably take into account the bar, and as you guys walk, you see only about 8 tables. One by the window, 4 on the leftmost wall, and then 3 that are like taking up the middle of the space, and then you have the bar that is on the rightmost wall on the back. There, as you step in, you see a handful of employees, kind of like a handful of employees, kind of like getting their stuff together. As you okay? as, a handful of employees getting their stuff together. Very presentable, dark red shirts with like black aprons. Just moving about, no like logo or symbol or anything like that on their clothes. I see a girl and a younger man, kind of like just moving around and just getting a place setting like set together on the farthest table, like the one that is like against the wall on the like nearest the corner. And you guys immediately see that the table is like even like a little bit raised, with a banister on the side. Like it's like a little like off level thing. And it has a sort of like strategic view where like if someone sits on that table, you can see the entire restaurant. You see the entire restaurant. There's a little bit of like faint music coming from some speaker system like hidden around, and an older like looking at her 70s, shrunken little like woman with an apron and a sort of like a longish bob of gray hair, stands and just puts an arm around Maurizio's waist and just kind of shakes him a little bit and goes like, "Oh, it's so good to see you, Master Maurizio. It's been a while." And Maurizio kind of puts his arm on her shoulder and goes like, "Everyone, this is Nonna Jacoba. She runs this place. My father and I have come here since I was a small child. Always my favorite place. And I am sorry I'm using you as an excuse a little bit to have a small lunch date outside of my usual plans."
Nice to meet you, man.
Is using us or using her?
You guys.
Of course.
I'll like take her hand and do like the little kiss on it.
She goes, "Oh, what a gallant young man. It is good to meet you all. It's rare for young Master Maurizio to bring new friends over. Your table is ready." Maurizio goes like, "Thank you very much, Nonna. And go take a seat. The others will handle it, I'm sure." She goes like, "Oh, I guess you are right. If you need anything, though, just call me. I'll be in the front desk." She kind of gives you all like a little like bow, and like just kind of like walks off. Maurizio kind of waves at her and goes like, "All right, let's go take a seat and get some orders in. I hope you don't mind. I ordered some wine to get us started."
Not at all. That sounds great.
Edna Bianco is the only way to go with lunch, as he moves forward and sits at the head of this table. Are there any like particular any like particular seating arrangements you guys want to do. This is a round table. It probably can fit like 8 people, but there's only like 5 of you.
I would like to sit at least on one side of Maurizio.
Val will sit on the other.
Oh, it's on the opposite side.
What was that?
Val will try to sit on his right side, so to present.
Not on the left.
Yeah, Val's good side.
Oh yeah, that's true. There.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Joke and Wyatt.
It works because Nora's left-handed, I think.
Oh,
It
The
doesn't
lore.
matter too much
Lore.
to me.
Oh, Lord.
I don't want to be like sitting like next to him exactly, but like it doesn't matter.
You want to sit across from him?
It's somewhat, but I mean, if I don't want us all to be like sitting across the table from him, looking awkward. And if Nora wants to sit like directly across from him, that's fine.
I know, sitting next to him.
Oh, yeah,
Nora
Nora's
and
sitting
Val are
to
next to him.
Oh, okay. Then I'll sit across from him.
You have plenty of room to sit across, yeah.
Have you made him a token? Let me make him a token real quick.
Oh, yeah, that works. I was wondering
No.
if you had one or not.
Idea.
God damn it.
It'll just be 1 sec. All right, there we go. Why the import so big? I do not know.
The boy.
So Val,
It represents his ego.
He do got it.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, my brain needs to. Yeah.
It's a round table, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
it's a round
probably
table.
sit like close to Wyatt.
Wyatt, right?
Nora's actually gonna take her jacket off.
You all sit down. Maurizio kind of leans forward, smiles. You see the young man, slightly tan skin, like strong nose, like just very straight nose, kind of like patrician features. Short, dark brown hair, very short crop. Walks up, places some glass in front. He kind of goes like, "Welcome to Villa Vita. I am Lucian. I will be your server today. Master Valenti, we are. Oh my God, where's this? He goes like, Master Valenti, we are starting with Edna Bianco, as you requested. He kind of like turns the glasses and kind of like starts pouring you guys all a glass of this chilled white wine. Maurizio kind of like nods and goes like, "It's good to see you, Lucian." Maurizio kind of does look around and goes like, "Everyone does drink, right?"
Oh, sure. I have to drive, so I won't
You will
drink
have
too much. But one glass should be fine.
plenty of time with conversation for it to pass.
If you say so.
If worst case scenario, I'll just drive you home.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Who's
about
home though?
Oh,
He kind of like looks at you and kind of like smiles and goes like, Mr. Wyatt, I mean not to presume.
that. Wait, what?
well, cheers.
Cheers to that.
Lucian pours you all drinks. Maurizio kind of like lifts and I was like, "To new friends, I guess."
Friends.
Two friends.
I will say this is the first time I've had lunch with people. This is the first time I've met a bunch of people and we were naked and then we went to have lunch.
Really, that's usually how my meetings start.
Two new friends and potential partners. She'll raise her glass.
I'll toast to that. He doesn't kind of like all the glasses clink. He takes a sip and goes like, "Truly wonderful, Lucian. Now, Order whatever you'd like. It is on me.
It's very generous of you.
It's not like I am taking you to the Milia either, but it is my favorite place. So
This place
I
is
do
fun.
derive. He smiles, nods, and he's like, I do derive some pleasure to watching people enjoy things I enjoy.
I'll take whatever you recommend then.
He kind of smiles like, Lucian, pumpkin ravioli with he kind of like nods. He kind of like, for the others.
Chef's choice.
We have a delightful pasta primavera today.
Okay. That sounds delicious.
I will try this, the bolognese.
He kind of like nods and was like, bolognese, any type of pasta you would like it with, sir?
Hmm.
I sound like I feel like I'm at a carnival or something. It's cute.
What would be my
Yeah.
choices?
You see, there's like some stuff. There's like rotini and fettuccine and spaghetti. There's ravioli. There's cappelletti. There's a bunch of stuff there.
Oh, Cappelletti's so good.
I'll try the fettuccine.
And for the myths, turns to Val.
Let's see. the big bronzino. That looks good.
I will have that. Your orders right out. He nods and smiles, walks off. Maurizio takes another sip of his drink. You've also been brought like a large pitcher of just this like clear, sparkling water. Like Jock. The lower you go, water kind of has a few passes, you know?
Yeah.
Like it gets clean a bit less each time and stuff like that. So this is like crystal clear water in a nice kind of transparent decanter that's been brought and glasses and stuff. This restaurant might not seem the peak of luxury to people in the mid city or in the Milia, but for someone from the night zone,
This is fancier than the wine.
is very fancy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, York looks like extremely impressed, and he'll actually pour himself even though he did have a long sip of the wine, he will pour himself a glass of this water.
You pour yourself some water. Maurizio takes another sip of his drink. He goes like, now, Miss Nora, you did mention partnerships. And you all perhaps in the market for business ventures.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're not out here hustling, well, what are you doing?
There is something to say for just enjoying life.
But it's much better to have friends in high places, isn't it?
I cannot deny that. Though, I will say it's always best to be the friends in high places.
Yeah, I imagine so. I will admit that I did actually know who you were before meeting you.
Give me a diplomacy check, Wyatt.
Could he potentially have an advantage because that sort of lines up with what Nora and Val said the previous
That is
session?
true, yeah. I'll give you an advantage. That is true.
We already admitted that to him. Now things are gonna really start to sound sus.
It's my sheet. Hold on a second. So make sure I don't have any advantages. This isn't seducing or beguiling, is it?
I don't know if that's the case.
Would it be possible to turn his token facing up so he's not like upside down? I know we're like turning the way we're facing, but it's just a little
Yeah.
awkward.
He nods and goes like, and there you go, anticipating my next question. Now, beautiful signorina on either side of me had already mentioned that you may have perhaps had an ulterior motive. Nothing untoward, of course. But I will say, among all the people who try to get my attention for business, showing up naked and having a tussle with my security mechs in my sauna, it leaves an impression. I mean, it's entirely as a compliment.
You know, I definitely like to leave an impression for sure. It's not all intentional, I'll say, but whatever works, you roll with it.
It worked, piqued my curiosity, and now we are here.
The car was genuinely an accident. I really
Uh,
a little awestruck, wasn't paying attention.
He smiled. He was like, the Aurea tends to have that effect. I imagine you and her can sympathize in that regard.
Huh.
Now, if you knew who I was and you made such an effort to appear before me as you did, then you must have had an idea of what you wanted to get out of this meeting.
Well, I'm trying to figure out the players of the game, trying to get the lay of the land. You seem like one of the key players. Seemed like a good place to start.
Takes a sip and goes like, I don't know if I would call myself a key player quite yet, but I aspire to be. I have a good example. But I do think I know the people that you ought to know. So, he and I in that regard. He puts his glass down. You guys see as the plates kind of come in, like you all get kind of like food in front of you, a little basket of like just these toasty, warm, kind of crunchy on the outside and just like soft and almost gooey on the inside, like just breadsticks. Like all the food is kind of like just splayed out in front of you guys, in front of each other's plates. Maurizio kind of cuts a little bit of this like just big chunky ravioli, which is like only about 4 of them, but they're big on the plate, and this with this like slightly spicy marinara on them. And he kind of takes a bite and goes like, no. While we do have some rapport, I do think you still have me at a bit of a disadvantage. When you knew my name, you also knew who I was. I know your names, but if I am to provide you with some information, I'm not saying I have anything against it, or I would like to know a bit more of how I'm dealing with. You are obviously all charming, beautiful, fun people. But that is not enough for my poor heart to be laid at peace.
Of course. What would you like to know?
He thinks for a second, and he goes like, well, for one, I know Miss Val here from Zeligar. How about the rest of you? You must not be from 6. I have not heard from you before. Especially not of an investor or someone wanting to meet the movers and shakers.
Yeah, I actually have a place up in Amelia.
Lifts his eyebrows. Oh,
Come
which
from
mega
the
block?
in entertainment industry. Hold on.
Nora actually kind of lifts her eyebrows and nods a little bit. Like, oh, that actually kind of makes sense.
hold on. I looked through my notes really quick. Do you know what Mega
Wyatt, if it's what I think it is, it will be on third.
Third? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just say third.
It would have been MB303.
Okay. I mean, I won't get that specific. I'll just say
Yeah, I say on third. He tilts his head and goes like, give me a diplomacy check, Wyatt.
Any advantages?
I don't know if there is.
Oh wait, I got a charisma bonus. 'Cause I'm drunk.
Oh, you do have a charisma bonus.
I forgot to take that last time too. 5.
Damn.
All right. That's 5. Wow. Maurizio kind of nods and goes like, many interesting things happening in third. I've heard of changes in the wind. Changes which might hit us soon. Just hope we are prepared for them. Makes me wonder if you are any sort of relation to such changes.
Any sort of what?
If you are in any way related to such changes.
Oh, I like to keep out of all the real drama and just stick to what I know.
He...
Entertainment.
Sorry, go ahead.
Which is entertainment.
He smiles and nods. How about the rest of your crew? You've assembled quite an interesting looking party here. You are all also from the third sector militia?
No. Okay, I'm a little from here, a little from there. Most recently, Federation space.
He nods. A Freddy.
Something like that.
He smiles and goes like, so we have a 3rd District Milia Aeon type, unless you're running with an HI or Cavati. We have a mercenary from Zeligar. We have a Freddy. Well, sharply dressed Federation with some truly impressive piloting chops. And Mr. Jokok, is that a Biogen uniform I see? Or did you turn it inside out?
No, he's got it. Yeah, he's got it on.
Yeah,
properly. Yes. Biogen. Still in my first year.
He kind of sets the glass down and just leans forward and steeples his hands together. Gives you like a little bit of a grin joke and goes like, now that is interesting. Hardened professionals from Kapital and abroad, and a young first-year student from the Biogen Academy. You must be quite something, Mr. Joker.
I like to have my fingers on a lot of different pies.
These are the kinds of people I like to hire.
What kinds of people are those?
People who can multitask.
He nods. A man after my own heart. Now, he kind of leans back a little bit. And he seems to kind of just think for a second. Now,
I'll roll insight.
Mr.
Let's roll an insight. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, give me. You can roll an insight check. But he does kind of go like, how about we dispense with some of the more deferential pleasantries? If we're going to work together, we're going to get a bit closer, huh? And he kind of like just turns and just like shoulder bumps Nora a little bit and shoulder bumps Val a little bit and just leans back on his chair. And he goes, I want to get a bit closer. So how about I just call you Wyatt? Valeria.
Val.
I'll say he
Wait,
does go
change her name
Valeria.
on there? It might be
Yeah,
good to
that's what I was
change her
saying. I
name.
might want to change the name. I think that would help.
Yeah,
It
I
would.
can. Should I just change your character name in Roll20?
Well,
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Perfect. That's gonna help a lot.
Yeah. He goes, Valeria, Wyatt, and Joker.
You
And you
Miss
can all
Nora.
call me Maurizio.
Hey, Miss Nora.
He did say Nora.
I didn't hear
I heard Nora.
Yeah.
it. Okay.
That
And
sounds
you can all just call me Maurizio. Mr. Valenti is my father.
All right.
Very well.
if
So, Mr. Wyatt, go ahead, Val.
if I may add, this is just speculation, but I believe our employer has assembled this team that, because we do not have ties with the forces, the local ties with the local factions in the area. That way, he can ensure loyalty to him for the moves that he wants to make.
Free
Isn't that right,
agents.
Wyatt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free agents. Go ahead, Val.
In case if you had any uncertainties about our renown, that would be why.
He nods and goes like, Kapital is a big place. In a sense, it is the biggest place in the human sphere. I do not pretend to know everyone, but I like to know the people I feel like I should know, especially within my district. And as impressive as you've been so far, I feel like I should know you now. So this meeting is fortuitous in a sense. No, kind of like eats a bit more ravioli and kind of goes like, information, as long as it's things that I feel everyone should know, I am happy to give them freely. Now, there are things that, of course, will require a closer relationship before I can divulge, and things that I might require information from you in order to divulge. I hope you understand. This is how these things work.
Of
And
course.
it seems from what you are telling me that all you want from me is information. Or are you perhaps looking for some other sort of relationship?
Information and possibly future partnerships.
There are many types of partnerships. Takes a sip of his drink and leans forward and goes like, do you assume... I assume you do know what my family does, considering you knew who I was when you...
Can I roll knowledge, or do I know what they do?
Give me a knowledge check. I'll give you an advantage because you are a local.
Can I do a profession?
Yeah, you can do profession for this, and I'll give you an advantage as well.
Just
Did I
one.
spend that XP? I forgot to. Let me do that now.
I will say everyone who wants to can roll knowledge because this has been mentioned to you as well.
Yeah, I know Lev mentioned it, but I didn't catch it in time to write it down.
Yeah.
I know that.
Depending on what you roll, I might just give you a bit extra. That's go ahead.
Wait,
Sorry.
what are we rolling knowledge for?
What his family
He
does.
asked. Yeah, he went like, if you're approaching me, I assume you know what my family does.
Oh, you're approaching me?
I know that you used to be in the information brokering business. Let's see if I know anything else. Nope.
I will say, what you all know is that Valenti used to do some info brokering years ago. That part of his business seems to have just passed on to Lev, and Lev went like just detached, himself from that, from Valenti. what Lev mentioned, and I guess what you will all know is from just what you've heard over the last few days, is that Maurizio Valenti is a loan shark.
Oh, okay.
Yuk, I'm gonna whisper you something.
Lev is a fixer, right?
Mhm.
Fixer and info broker, yeah, and smuggler.
Good lord, he does it all.
Everyone has different things that they do here, yeah. But for example, Lev doesn't dip his toes at all into like protection money. That is entirely society.
Hmm.
You know. He also doesn't seem to do financial stuff or like loans or loan sharking or gambling and all that kind of stuff. That seems to be.
Right.
So yeah, that's you guys would know that Valenti used to be an info broker at one point or a fixer, that type of thing, and that he kind of passed on to Lev because Valenti was the one that, according to Lev, got him established here, or at least got him the first batch of contacts to get established here, and then he's become since like a loan shark, and he runs gambling halls and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Marino's kind of like leaning, smiling, waiting for an answer as he looks around.
I just said I know that he used to deal in information.
He smiles and goes like, "You have studied. My father hasn't done that since I was in my early teens, but he did indeed get his start as a sort of like a fixer, or not." I put his hands up. You do understand that in the mid-city, the closer you get to the bottom, everyone gets their hands dirty to a degree. Now, Mr. Wyatt, if you are Aeon or Kavati or something like that, I don't know how much you've been prepped into how things work on paper versus how things work in reality here in the mid-city.
I'm familiar.
Smiles.
Go on.
Then we have an understanding.
So you're saying that you used to do information, but
Well, not me, my family, my father. But this was 8-9 years ago, if not longer. He hasn't touched that. We do other things now. I was thinking you would know, considering that you went through such trouble to make an impression.
oh, I know you're more on the financial side of things with your loans and everything.
No, it's like I explained to you before, Mr. Wyatt. He's Marino's been moving up in the world, specializing in white collar operations, corporate ties, and I don't know, maybe kind of cleaning up his image a bit. Smells a little bit like political aspirations.
Jock, give me a diplomacy and charisma check or a charisma and presence check.
I have a question.
He's not really talking loud about this. Like he's sitting next to Wyatt and he's kind of like keeping his voice a bit low.
Are you trying to keep Maurizio from hearing?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's fine with Maurizio hearing. He's just kind of like out of respect, not trying to advertise it to the whole restaurant.
Okay. At this point, you do see like there's a couple more people that have walked in, seemingly like neighborhood people that come here to the restaurant. But there's only like 3 tables are taken out of like the 8 plus the bar.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hearing Yolk say that, the political aspirations, does that sound like what Lev was talking about, where people are aiming to make... Does it sound like he's trying to become an agent, or does it sound more like people are trying to make this like unified like
You don't
thing?
know.
Like this, not the society, but what did he call it?
The sixth.
Yeah, I think
No. It's Lev told us about something like the branch.
Branch. You do not know. I would say
Okay.
like it doesn't seem to have a direct correlation. Politics is always ever been a way for criminal types to move up and clean up and
They become
legitimize their
legitimate.
stuff.
Yeah.
I think
Yes. Mhm.
what we had like theory crafted last session out of character was like he might be trying to get to the heights of what Gold Judo was, like the
Right.
the one big crime lord for the entire district and stuff. So
I thought we thought that about Maurizio, not about Marino.
oh sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize we were talking about Moreno.
No.
No worries.
I kind of don't think that about Maurizio anymore, though.
I want to roll insight on whatever his reaction
How he
is
reacts?
to. Yeah.
Yeah, feel free to give me an insight check as Wyatt's joke. You say this. You all guys see joke. He's talking quiet enough for the whole table to hear, but not the people in the rest of the restaurant.
Ooh, there it is. Crit fail.
Wyatt, as you're trying to read Mauritius' intention, he leans forward.
Is that a crit fail? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Considering what Mauricio rolled, yeah. He leans forward and smiles and looks at Joke and looks at Wyatt and goes like, there is the Biogen Kids role. Local guide. Am I wrong?
Like I said, I like people to multitask.
He smiles and goes like, only one small suggestion. When a crime boss is trying to clean up his act, the last thing you want to do is mention to the crime boss's associates how he's trying to clean up his act. You just assume the act is clean. Wyatt, you get like there's that small moment of awkward silence, and you get like a chill on your back going like, we fucked up. He's gonna clamp up now. And you get a point of inside stress. As Mauricio just kind of leans back and takes a sip and puts it down. Luckily, we are all among friends. And considering we've been very close to seeing each other intimates today, we are beyond that sort of over-the-table talk. Correct? Yes.
Have to forgive them. They're a little, as they've mentioned, new to this.
I completely understand. I guess it is a thing in Aeon to advertise everything.
Think of it as a first lesson for a new up-and-coming player.
Do you say anything, Wyatt?
Can I do an empathy check?
I personally just like to hold my card, or put my cards on the table and be upfront with things. So I understand, though, your desire for discretion.
What are you trying to sense?
I want to know if he believes that Wyatt is an up-and-coming player.
Give me a so that's your empathy check?
Is he going for this, or is he just like playing along? Yeah, it's a 2. He rolls a lot of dice, y'all. Holy shit.
On a 2, you are not sure.
Is that because he's hard to read, or is it like
seems hard to read.
Something weird?
Like you get a sense that it could be that he believes you. It could be that he doesn't believe you, but he is curious to who you actually are. It could be that he doesn't believe you and he thinks you're just a bunch of like bums leeching off of him, but he finds you entertaining, and you and Val are both real hot. You know, so like it could be any of
All
those.
sorts of options.
Okay.
But at least after this comment, it is like, even though Wyatt for a second you were like, oh shit, it doesn't seem like his mood has soured, and he kind of goes back to eating. Goes like, you mentioned Wyatt cards on the table. I missed what you said at the end of that.
I don't remember. I forgot already.
Hey, you got your trigger.
Hey!
What did I just say?
Uh,
Oh, God.
Fantastic.
Maurizio nods and goes like, tell you what. No point dancing around the thing. Here's what I can tell you. 6th District, Mid-City, is undergoing I would say the last 5 years or so. It has been a long and uncommon process of long peace. At least for for not enough for Kapital, we have Grandmother Carcass and ruling the the Night Zone with an iron fist. No one really stands up to her down there. And this, you might have heard of the 6 of 6th.
Of course.
6 bosses that run the Mid-City and have managed to create a rather harmonious working relationship. No one's at war with anyone. There's minor skirmishes here and there, but for the most part, with the Mid-City calm and the Night Zone being calm, the Milia is calm, and everyone's happy, and everyone makes credits. And that is how we are different from many of the other districts. 5 years of peace is nearly unheard of. And we owe it all to the 6 who've
Oh.
managed to keep this.
Sorry, what?
We owe it all to the 6 of 6 who've managed to keep this conciliatory attitude for this entire time and work very hard to keep the peace. War is easy. Comes naturally to people. Peace is what you work for.
And nobody has tried moving in on your territories?
Give me the diplomacy check, Wyatt.
Three. Oh wait. My alcohol.
You're drunk?
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun just to get a 1. Feels
Lucian
bad.
kind of walks by and just pours the rest of the wine for everyone. I'm going to make a fortitude check for Maurizio because he's in his second glass of
Oh,
alcohol.
I need to do that as
Of
well.
wine.
Shit. Do we do it for the first?
Do it for the first, which would be difficulty 1.
Do I?
I might
roll
fail the
too?
second one. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. He's fine. Joke, you're good for 1 drink so far. Value drinking?
Yeah, she's just nursing that 1 drink real slowly.
Oh, okay. So just give me 1 check. Difficulty 1.
No!
Oh no, Val.
Why? Um,
Got the
Chickens.
quiver in the liver.
Yeah, Val,
I heard for a crit
I
fail.
will say, Val, usually you would only drink when you were fully off duty. And when young aspiring and ascendants were fully off duty and they would get to drink, they would usually drink hard. You know? So it's like a little switch on your body that goes like, oh, we're off duty. Let's get drunk. And even though you're just nursing this little thing, you feel it hitting you a little bit harder than you expect. You're not drunk by any stretch of the imagination, but you're starting to get tipsy.
Oh no, I'm in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Checks out.
Maurizio kind of like drinks a little bit and goes like, no, that could advertise weakness. If it was the case, no one would be so easily letting that information go. Especially to newcomers. Now, I do believe that something like that would require that closer relationship I had talked about.
Fair enough.
Think of it
How
this
close are
way,
you?
though. If White here is going to be operating jobs around the district, it's best that he knows what territory to steer clear of and what areas would not be in his best interest to operate in.
He goes and goes like, well, every zone is claimed by someone right now. It's not like there's large mega blocks completely abandoned. I do believe, Wyatt, that with such capable but small crew, it would be in your best interest to go to one of the 6 and offer your services. That eventually will become a partnership, which will eventually become your own stake on the district. It will be the peaceful way to do it.
All right. That's good information to have.
What kind of closeness in the relationship are you thinking?
And he's back and just thinks and goes like, well, I would need to know that there are stakes for you as well. If you wished to go into that employ of perhaps my father, then you will be privy to some information that we may not freely divulge. Not to say that anyone is infringing on anyone's territory. Don't jump the gun in that regard, I guess.
Not to say that anyone's infringing on anyone's territory. Can I do an empathy check on that?
Yeah, give me an empathy check.
Is he being honest, or is he trying to hide something? Ugh. Y'all, these low stats. Meanwhile, Maurizio's got like 12 dice over here. Fuck.
I don't know. Well, on that
Nothing.
note, are there any things that you need help with that possibly I could assist?
He kind of like tilts his head a little bit and crosses his legs. He looks at Nora and he looks at Val.
I've been like staring at him, like both a little bit like trying to act like I'm interested, but also a little bit to intimidate him.
Give me a presence check.
Okay. Just like leaned back, arm like on the back of the booth with a glass of wine in my hand, staring at him.
Get him.
Strength or charisma with this?
You're not being physically intimidated, I don't think.
Yes. Okay. So that's
Crush a watermelon in your thighs real quick.
1. Come on.
He just thinks you're cute. He leans back. He looks at Val and Nora. He notices Val is a little bit red in the cheeks. And he goes like, before we get to that point of suggesting that kind of partnership, I believe I am owed a question, ladies.
Ask away.
That's true.
He turns to Val specifically. Now, Miss Val, is it true that you are not affiliated with any of the currently existing powers that be here in 6th District?
That's true. That's why I'm from Offworld.
Give me a deception check, Val.
E-
You taking advantage because you Dwinky.
Oh, you're right.
Gotta take advantage of that crit fail.
Powers that be. Grant my dice power.
What?
Eh.
That's
He's probably gonna.
decent.
Yeah, but he's probably gonna way outroll me.
Takes another sip of his wine, puts it down. He just kind of focuses on you, Val. You see his eyes kind of focus on yours.
Can I empathy check? Does he believe it or no?
Yeah, give me an empathy check.
Does being drunk have a bonus for empathy, or just only diplomacy?
I believe it might because it's social.
Yeah, I think it's a bonus on all social skills.
Nice.
Just disadvantage on all the others. 3.
Nice.
I'm gonna whisper you real quick, Val.
It's like a social fight.
Mm-hmm. Like a Gal encounter without the actual record keeping of it.
Alright.
Or
At
score
what
keeping.
point do we just flip the table and we're out?
He leans back and just kind of looks at you and is like, "All right, you can't blame a guy for just trying to make sure. You say you want to do some work for me then, Mr. Wyatt. Or well, just Wyatt.
Just why it's fine.
It would open some doors to, if you're not associating with anyone, to associate with yourselves with the Valenti. We are, in a sense, the largest, other than the priest rack, but they are not exactly political players, so to speak.
Of course.
And I'm sorry for clarifying, just for my own sort of note keeping mentally. This association would be with you, but is that directly connecting us to Marino, or is this more of just a personal sort of connection here? Just the two of us.
Finishes his drink and goes like, "Oh, no, I would not go behind my father's back. I would mention you to my father, see what kind of work could be procured for you, so that you may earn a place in our organization or a relationship with us. You would, should you be proficient at this assignment, you'll fall under our protection. And you'll be able to operate here and start whatever business ventures you want in 6. Now, I'm sure my father will discuss some terms with you. But trust me, he's a shrewd businessman, but fair with the people who are fair and honest with us."
Alright.
Would that be agreeable?
Of course.
Excellent. He reaches out, pours the last tiny bit of wine, kind of like knocks it back. It's just like a little, like 2 fingers of wine on there. And the last one is like, "All right, so," puts up a hand and goes like, "Nona, some tiramisu, please, for me and my friends. I am going to call my father, see how he's doing, see if we can set up a meeting later today. And I'll be right back." And he puts both hands on the table, stands up, and walks around. Doesn't miss a chance to just kind of gently put a hand on Val's shoulder and then one on Norris, before he just kind of walks around and hops down the raised kind of little level. And you see him pull out his data pad and start kind of like typing something as he goes around the corner towards where the maitre d's desk is.
Empathy check.
Give an empathy check.
Is he going to? Is he actually going to contact his father about a meeting? Oh wait, I forgot advance.
Is Val the only one doing empathy?
I don't want to bother because I keep getting 1s.
I'll do an empathy.
I don't want to crit fail.
Oh.
I don't care about crit failing. If I get stressed, I get stressed, but I keep rolling really badly and it sucks. It's really frustrating.
I know.
All right, so Val is 3 and Nora's 1.
Yeah.
Jog is 4. Wow.
There you go.
11 dice. He rolled 1 success. All 3 of you, as Wyatt is kind of like just swirling his white wine. The 3 of you look at each other, go like, that was a bit brusque, a bit sudden. Him just standing up and walking off to have a conversation in private away from you.
I get up and follow him then. I squeeze past Yoke. Sorry, move.
Do you just get up and follow him?
Yep, I got an idea. I'll be right back.
Val, Jock, you guys say anything to Wyatt?
Val will kind of just lean over to Wyatt, and then, well, Wyatt and Chuck, and then she'll just say, "I don't think he buys it. I'm from Zeligar, or sorry, that I'm unaffiliated."
This might be a lost cause at this point.
So,
Might be a lost cause, but I think we got what we came here for, so
Yeah.
I don't
Free
think
food
it really
and
matters.
drinks. So yeah.
Yeah, sure thing, boss.
And sorry, go ahead, Val.
what's the play then? Do we just wait for this lunch to come to its conclusion?
I think we wait and see what Nora is trying to pull off here, and if I mean, at least the Tempest is here. If we have to go, we just go.
Yeah, it's true.
Nora, you cross the restaurant, take a left. You see Marino. You do
Maurizio.
see Maurizio. He pulls out his data pad and starts writing something as he's walking away from you guys, and he acts like he's bringing it up to get on a call as he goes around the corner. After like just a couple seconds, you get up and just follow. As you come around the corner, you see that he is holding his data pad is sitting on the like little maitre d' desk. You see Nona Jacoba on the other side, and just kind of sitting there and just kind of writing something on a data pad of her own. And he's looking at the data pad and stroking his chin a little bit.
Can I see what's on the data pad?
You can give me a perception check if you want, or tell you what. Are you trying to just be very evident, or are you trying to see it without him noticing that you're coming up and looking at it?
Fuck. Would I have to do a sneak check? I'm really bad at sneak.
It would be this deception or sneak.
I don't think I'm good at either one.
To pretend to not be looking at it, you know?
I guess I'll do a deception. I'm a little bit better at that right now.
What is today's date in game?
Today.
Ooh, 3. That's a
Nice.
deception. And then a -1 on perception. Just a 1! I rolled so good on the deception and bombed the perception roll. Unless I didn't need to do a perception roll.
Today is the 10th.
Thank you.
You didn't know the deception was like perception would have been to like just look at it from afar, so he didn't notice you. Deception is getting close enough to just look at it without him noticing. Maurizio is like looking
I
at his
have
data pad,
Hair
scrolling through
over like
something,
one side of my face, so I kind of turn it to the side so he can't
the
see.
side. He sees you and notices, kind of turns towards you, gives you a smile, and goes like,
Right,
Miss, not everything all right. She kind of reaches out and just gives you like your wrist a little squeeze and just kind of lets it go. Okay, yeah. You look at the data pad. You see there is an incoming message that he just checked. He sent a message just like 20 seconds ago while he was walking. And there is a message that just came in that he says that says like it's from Alto, one of his people, you know, that he was with. The message goes like, yeah, they say it sounds like the clinic pair.
Can I get like a general vibe check? Is he a little bit confused, or is he like oh shit right now.
Give me an empathy check. I'm asking you for this, so
Yeah.
he is giving you a smile and like dreamy eyes and holding like very gently onto your wrist before he lets it go. He lifted his face off the data pad, but he doesn't notice you're looking at it. But he still has his hand, like one hand like held your wrist and let it go. The other is like on the maitre d' little desk. The old woman's on the other side, not really paying attention to this. And his fingertips are like not rapping, but just like resting on a data pad. As he kind of looks on, he's like, Miss Nora, I was about to call my father. Is there anything wrong?
Sorry, Maurizio.
If you wanted to elope with me, we probably should wait until after tiramisu.
Give it a few years.
He grins.
No, I just, like I said, I wanted to apologize for my acquaintances. I wouldn't call them friends. We barely know each other right now. I think I've been a little deceptive. I'm not just a driver. I may have my own ties from here in Sofia, but that's neither here nor neither here nor there. Sorry. We're just a little concerned because we've heard some rumors that are a bit contrary to what you've told us.
He puts a hand on his chest and goes like, an honest misunderstanding, I hope?
Absolutely know it's not from you, Mr. Maurizio Valenti.
Maurizio's plenty.
Well, eventually it'll be Mr. Valenti. There's rumors of a bit of a feud between your father and someone else, and we are just concerned about the stability of the district. That's mostly why we're speaking to you.
He opens his mouth and closes a bit and just furrows his brow and goes, does that someone else have a name?
Oh boy, I hope I'm not fucking this over, guys. I'm so sorry if I do. Levin Antonov.
Oh my god!
Should have said Grandma Kurgas.
He nods slowly and goes like, I understand that you were worried. I may not have been entirely honest with you either. Tell you what. Let's return to the table. We can have more direct negotiations, perhaps, and enjoy some tiramisu.
Before we do that, I'm not looking at the messages. I'm not specifically asking for that. Could I have your datapad?
He lifts his eyebrows. Of course. He does kind of grab it and just swipe close the messaging app and hands it to you.
I will just put in a new contact and give him my comms information. And I will put Nora and put a black heart emoji next to it.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Wait, are you drunk? With advantage.
I've been drinking, but I'm not drunk. But is this persuasion? Since I'm in my suit?
Yes, I'll say yes. Nora's like, Val put her boobs on the line last time. This time it's my turn to jump in front of the bullet.
You don't have to
make
be
friends in high
drunk.
places.
You don't have to be drunk to get that advantage, though, right? You
No.
just have to drink it.
Yeah, you just have to drink it. Like, basically...
You have to consume the alcohol and do the test for it.
Yeah. You just, as long as you're drunk, you have the advantage. The little markers I put to know when you've drank too much.
Okay.
So, if you take one, you're tipsy. If you take another, you are drunk. You know? It's just like a way for me and you guys to know how your character should probably be acting right now. Or how under the effect your character is.
I hand him back the datapad and I make sure to like brush my hand up against his.
You do notice a reaction. He kind of lifts his eyebrows and goes like, Well. Not often I am left speechless. I will be sure to send you a message so you have my contact information as well.
Looking forward to it. We should go back to the table and make him think we made out or something. Turn around and walk off.
I'll need some of your lipstick on my face for that, but it's okay. Another time.
All right.
You guys, I will say, you're sitting there. Lucian came with like just 5 little plates of tiramisu, like this, like this scent of like coffee and cream, chilled, hits your nostrils. But I don't know if you're all too nervous to eat, or are you eating? Like what? Because Nora's been gone for about a minute and a half right now.
Yoke is rapidly typing on his rig.
Wyatt is eating. He's fine with this.
I think Val, since she's kind of tipsy, she's also just eating a tiramisu.
Everyone's just drunk eating right now. Fantastic.
It is extremely good. A bit less. It's not like that overly sweet, and you get the scent, the hit of like coffee there. You guys see as Nora walks back in, Maurizio behind her. He slides back into his seat, checks his data pad one last time, nods and puts it down, and leans forward and just kind of like rests his like chin on his knuckles. And he goes like, "Oh, where are my manners? Coffee, anyone?"
Yes, please.
Sure.
He kind of puts his hand up. Lucian, friend, coffees, black, milk? Bring us cream and milk and just black, please. We'll mix it here. That young man kind of like puts his tray on his shoulder and nods and just disappears around the corner. And Mauricio puts his data pad down and goes like, "Your driver here, Miss Nora, she has completely charmed me and convinced me that we've all been holding out a little bit, and perhaps there's no reason for us to do so."
She looks very smug.
Yoke
At 3.
raises an eyebrow, hits send on his rig, and then puts his rig down.
Do you send something like in real life?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Could I see what Joko was typing?
If you could give me a perception check, and Joke, if you want to hide it, you can
I'll
give
roll
me
a sneak, yeah.
Oh, he is trying to be sneaky with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get stressed though.
Come on. Live a little.
Okay, just one.
You can give me a sneak check.
What the?
Wyatt, impossible to read.
Man, you roll a lot for sneak.
Jock, you send this message. You do gather it's probably going to take like a minute or so, or if not a bit less perhaps, but still, before you get a reply. Maurizio leans forward and goes like, "First things first. I know now that you perhaps felt compelled to not be fully honest with me, and that you work for Lev.
Val
Is that
kinda
correct?"
gives Nora sort of like, seriously? Look, because she's like, that's what I was gonna like originally wanting to do the whole time.
That is true. That was Val's strat.
Just tell him.
I continue.
Everyone held out, so she told him.
He kind of like,
Well, No, never mind.
No, go ahead.
Oh, it's just, I mean, Val only held out because that was like the group strategy,
plan.
not like
Yeah.
But originally before,
No, go ahead.
but yeah, no, like originally before we came to that plan, like she was just gonna be like
Yeah, I think this was a bit like Nora going like, okay, cat's out of the bag. It's just
Well, okay, no, to be fair, I didn't intend to tell him Lev, but he put her on the spot, and she was like, I can't really back out of this without above the table revealing something about herself that she wouldn't like to reveal right now. So it had
she
to
was
be Lev.
put in a corner, I guess.
Yeah, I was going in with the intention of luring him with something else, but he focused really hard on Lev. So
Let's see.
Maurizio kind of goes like, no, I do not hold it against you. I understand, and I guess you understand better than you showed me in the first place how the game is played. Coffee comes in. Maurizio reaches inside, like behind him on his jacket that's hanging on the thing, and just pulls a little flask and goes like, anyone for their coffee?
Ah, damn it. Yeah.
Pours you a shot of like,
maybe another time. I really should be careful.
that is true. We are driving. Miss Van?
I do sit a little closer to him. We are driving. He's about to drink some. Sorry, I sit a little bit closer to him this time. I'm selling this. I'm trying.
He offers you a shot on your coffee, Val.
Sure, why not? Val, I think at this point is like visibly stiff. Like, you remember that one scene in like Inglourious Basterds when like Shoshana like is like almost figured out by like Colonel Landa at like the restaurant?
Yeah.
That's maybe how Val is.
That's Val right now, yeah.
Oh no.
He pours Wyatt a shot, he pours Val a shot. He doesn't put any of his own, and he puts the thing away. He goes like,
Empathy check.
give me an empathy check.
Yeah.
Everyone's so sus.
Well, I wasn't gonna until he didn't take any for himself.
I don't think he would only give it to two of us. Unless it's like a truth serum.
He did give it to two people who aren't driving. So that's what I'm trying to suss out.
So what do you guys get in empathy? 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, guys, just so you know, even if he's being fully forthcoming, I'm still gonna roll every time just to just to freak you guys out. Yeah.
Hard to read.
Joke and Val, Val, you don't sense that there's anything like perverse going on here. It smells and looks like just a shot of scotch or whiskey on your coffee. Jock, he probably finds it fun that like just getting Wyatt and Val drunk.
Okay.
I think Val, not trusting her own ability to read this man, she's gonna fake drink the coffee.
All right, perfectly fine. Maurizio goes like, so, I know now who you are. You are Lev's people. So I have a confession to make. And I hope you understand my motivation. You asked me whether someone was trying to move into anyone else's territory. When I said perhaps no, I was not completely honest, but I believe the lie is not what you think it is.
And what would that be?
My father, our organization, is not trying to move into Lev's territory at all. But I, personally, I am concerned about how complacent my father and Lev and Durik and Madame
Dulce.
Madame Volkova and, well, I guess to a degree, Madame Dulce have been about what is happening on the
Madame
in Kapital.
Volkova? Is that the last one we're missing?
Slativa Volkova. You've met her.
Wait, that's
It's her.
Oh, the ordnance
My
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
owner and operator.
Oh,
That
nice.
makes sense. Damn.
Alright, I gotta schmooze her some more.
Good lord.
He kind of goes like, peace has been great for the people of the district, but when I said that no one was trying to move in, it is true that the 606 are at peace with each other, and no one, including my father, is trying to move into anyone else's territory. That is not true for forces outside the district. And I am concerned that Levin and my father and all of them are underestimating the threat.
Holy shit, this kid's way smarter than we thought. What the fuck?
So I am
Sowing a bit of discord.
if Lev thought my dad was moving in, and if my father thought Levin was moving in, maybe they'd bolster a little bit. So when someone came in from out of the district, I could go, it was all a ruse, but they would be on a fighting stance. And it had to be Lev and my father because they are friends. It'll be easy to get them to make up again. They are both under the Vandal's protection, so Durik wasn't going to go killing people. Madame Volkova would bring in the Skyway gangs. Madame Dulce has no actual territory to speak of. And the Crane, well, then if you pull him in, he would probably pull Madame Carcass in, and that's a whole thing.
Wait,
Grandmother Carcass in.
what do you say?
Mr. Garza.
Oh, wait. Okay, Garza's kind of like
He deals closely with the
my
priest.
district. Okay.
So, I hope you understand the situation. I kind of looks down and just... Wyatt, if you are from 3rd, you know what's going on there. 7th is under siege. 4th is falling apart. And if people think us weak, because we've been at peace for years, and of course, Lev and my father meet with the agents over at Emilia and they tell them there's nothing to worry because that's how you keep profit going. But there are things to worry, and I feel like they are so happy with the situation as it is that they are ignoring the warning signs.
What warning signs exactly, Maurizio?
The network no longer controls the 3rd district.
Yoke looks at Wyatt.
Wyatt drinks.
Empathy check.
Oh my god, for sure. Empathy check on that shit too for me. Please
Shit,
let me get
on
more than a
Wyatt?
1.
Yes.
He
on
just
Wyatt.
sips his fucking tea.
It's coffee.
Finally! It's tea for this meme.
Oh, Val.
What do they get with a 1, 2, and 3 respectively, Wyatt, from you?
He knows more than he's letting on.
So there's definitely, I would say, yeah. So I guess you can all tell Wyatt's hiding something. You just don't know what he's hiding, and that makes sense.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty much his general disposition, though. But
Yeah, that's true. That is just Wyatt. Maurizio goes like, so I hope you understand. Now, we are at a stage where we can let Lev know it was just a mistake, and I apologize to him. And
How about you come with us and apologize to him in person?
Hmm.
I had
Would be the
badminton
gentlemanly
this
to do.
afternoon.
I'm sure
But-
you can miss one day.
All right,
I
I
can
will have
drive
to
you.
call my trainer.
Val can train you.
Kind of looks at Val and leans like rests his hand on his cheek and goes like, "Are you good at badminton, Miss Valeria?"
I'm pretty good at all sports.
Yeah, she's a hard ass too.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say it, but
Jesus.
Alex glares at Nora.
Those
He
two
agreed.
people have completely different definitions of hard ass, but they both agreed when it came to Val.
Yep.
All right. Did he think I said heart ass?
no hard.
Okay.
Firm.
Maurizio kind of goes like, all right. However, you must have. You work for Lev. You are younger. You must realize that Mr. Antonov is perhaps not up to facing the situation. There is a big upset coming, and I just want to make sure that our people are ready for it.
I reach out my hand to shake his. I'll be ready.
He shakes your hand, smiles, looks at the rest of you. No hard feelings? You also lied to me, to be fair.
I admit you're pretty frank about all this, all things considered. I appreciate the honesty.
It has been very fun.
Of course, it is my favorite place. And if you guys want to have lunch any other time, I do believe, though the pretenses may have been fake, the friendships are real.
Nora
We'll see.
smiles. A little sweet smile.
Val smiles as well.
If you do want to help me make sure that this thing is ready, perhaps there are things that we can do together.
Mabel.
Yeah, there are a lot of things we could do together, but in a professional manner.
Is this our new Uziel?
He kind of goes
Your
like,
new Uziel.
No. I have my Uziel.
if you
I don't know. Think
want to do some work a little bit privately, I believe it is imperative that us here in the 6th District show that we can defend ourselves. And I have some ideas for which, if your skills are anything like your capacity to sneak into saunas,
How do you know we were sneaking?
touche. Well, I'm just saying, if you want to help me with this, credits is the one thing I have.
Wait, what's the one thing he has?
Credits.
Oh, okay.
I think we could arrange something.
He kind of smiles and goes like, that sounds perfectly fine. Now, I have some ideas. If you're willing to take that, I don't want to get you into any conflicts with Mr. Antonov, with Lev.
Right. Yeah, we don't want any conflicts of interest, but we are available for jobs.
Yes.
He smiles and goes like, all right, I have some discretionary funding from my father that I can direct around. Now, fully honest this time. How would you guys feel about hitting NHI?
A what?
NHI. What's their relationship to Kapital? NHI is Novell Heavy Industries. You may have to explain that to them. I don't think they know.
I would say give me knowledge checks. Val and Nora, I will give you advantages.
Can I do profession?
Wait, Val
You can
has
do profession.
What?
Val, you can also do profession if you'd like.
Ooh, a 2.
Oh no, Val.
Oh,
What's up with my dice today? They're on fire.
Jog is like on fire. I would say, you all know this much, because even outside of everything, the news you've been getting, the CRB, the Corporate Responsibility Bill, that all spawned from Black Sun and NHI's corporate war.
Sorry, the what did?
wait, yeah, what?
The Corporate Responsibility Bill, the CRB. Remember, like it was on the news a couple days ago
Yeah.
in Kapital.
Yeah.
That spawned from a corporate war that NHI and Black Sun are currently waging across several systems.
Do you guys remember in Savannah, Usud was fighting against Black Sun through another
Yeah.
corporation? It was NHI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back then it was like
This has
mostly
been going
corporate.
on for a while.
And
Back then it was corporate skirmishes, and they were all underground. Now it's very open corporate war.
NHI stands for Nova Luna Heavy Industries, is it?
Novel Heavy Industries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they come from a system called Kavati, I believe. Val, you would have known, like because of like the war aspect, you know that this is one of the fronts that is being fought on, not by the ascendancy, but there is a front that is by corporations. So it's kind of like you have political entities that are in different conflicts, and you have a corporate level, you know.
You've piqued my curiosity.
He smiles and goes like, Black Sun and NHI are treating Kapital like this their playground. And the Mid-City and the Night City are the ones that, let's say, pay the biggest buck. Especially with their plan amendment to the CRB. It won't be announced till tomorrow. But I've managed to pull some credits around and found out where they are scheduling encounters, scheduling confrontations this coming week.
Okay.
So perhaps we could show them that they are not fully welcome. It seems the Black Sun Corporation is committing more forces. It seems NHI is committing more forces to this particular confrontation than Black Sun is. So they're most likely going to win. If you don't mind making off with some nice corporate loot. Let's just say the Night Zone is dangerous. Beleaguered and exhausted and injured NHI forces being ambushed by Night Zone denizens. Fully eliminated. Their equipment missing, gone in the wind. And these brave denizens getting a nice little bit of credits from the Valenti family. It would go to show these people from outside the district that we are not without claws.
I can't find the whole thing about the CRB. Where?
It's in the news.
It's in the news, yeah. There was like a big news
Oh.
segment about it.
And
that was the one that mentioned the BRS and stuff, if I remember right?
Okay. Yeah, because I remember reading it, but I just couldn't find it again. It's not under campaign notes; it's under NetSpheres.
I'm gonna copy it. So Goosey, so you can let me copy it and I'll bring it up because the people in the stream might also wanna. We have news that I post every day, and a lot of them are just kind of like memes, but some of them might have information that might come in handy later.
So I was only able to like partially listen to what he said. So he has a meeting with NHI. What is it under the pretense of?
So under the CRB, and let me put it this news thing on all, so Gucci can open it and sec. Ooh, this pasted with a horrible formatting. There we go.
I mean, I can read it if you don't want to
Yeah.
paste it too.
There we go. Yeah, you can read it out. Read it out, and then I'll explain. Well,
Yeah, sure. So on June 9th, we got a news broadcast that says, at a rare joint conference this morning, representatives for the Black Sun Corporation and Novell Heavy Industries declared their intent to pursue a lawsuit against the planetary government seeking an amendment to Councillor Yelena Bukowski's CRB. The Corporate Responsibility Bill was considered a major win for private enterprise and capital when it was implemented 4 years ago and grants security forces contracted by corporate entities permanent open engagement licenses, weapons permits, and what has been described as enforcer-like authority. It also includes provisions that require corporations to schedule inter-corporate skirmishes and pay indemnity fees for loss of property or life inflicted by their contractors. In the words of Black Sun attorney Emil Guzman, the CRB was a great step forward in allowing private enterprise to thrive, make capital wealthier, and defend itself, but a great overreach was accidentally committed in its provisions. The flat rate and the loss of life provision of the bill is a great disservice, an insult to the hardest working, most productive citizens of capital. Our proposal would create a sliding scale where the loss of life rate would vary depending on the individual's yearly income, dependence, and life expectancy. Black Sun and NHI paid a combined 1.1 billion credits in CRB fees last year, mostly incurred in engagements against one another. Both companies have scheduled engagements in the 2nd, 5th, and 6th districts today. So the short of it is that they are... You explained it to me.
So, Val, what Maurizio's saying is that he has caught wind that there's going to be an engagement next week in 7th in the night zone. He also has bribed his way into learning that Novell NHI is committing more forces to this engagement than Black Sun, which means they are likely to win. And he is hypothesizing that night zones are dangerous. Who knows what could happen? You know, these beleaguered and injured NHI troops that are left of the engagement could very easily be ambushed and all their gear go missing. And maybe the brave night zone people that ambushed them could even get a payment from the Valenti union.
Meaning us.
Meaning you.
Yeah. The Valenti Union, who's he unionized with?
Is the name of their financial services provider.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like this could be something that would be of, as you said, of interest to all of the 6. So I could see Lev being interested in this, being for this as well. We'll have to think about that.
I think Lev would approve of this?
You don't even have to like think about it before Maurizio goes, Not saying that you have to keep your dealings with me hidden from Lev. I will go today, I guess, and apologize to him. But perhaps the particularities of the job, as I mentioned, Lev and my father, they are so content with the status quo that they are too scared of rattling the cage, too scared of any change. And I believe change is coming, whether they want it or not. So perhaps we don't tell them that we are attacking a corporation. Of course, this is just a conversation among friends.
I think you have a point.
I mean, we are free agents still.
Technically, we're just doing a job for Lev right now. We don't necessarily work for him, except you, Val, because you're the merc.
Yeah, that part is true.
Oh, so you're a merc from Zeligar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kat smiles and goes like, It's a pity you didn't grow up in Aeon. You could have been a model.
Val blushes.
So, again, I will forward the information I have. The announcement for the engagement should come up in like public news tomorrow. But the actual distribution of forces, that is something I've got on my own.
Okay.
And how much are you willing to offer for our support?
Well, this would be a dangerous job, but it would be for the good of the district. Setting a precedent that these corpos can't just do as they please in our district. We'll go a long way towards making people feel like we have some teeth to defend ourselves with. Tell you what, how about any gear that you recover is split 50-50, and I pay 1,000 credits out of pocket.
To divide between all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying. Make it 2,000.
Oh my god.
He smiles. Give me a diplomacy check, Wyatt.
Would you like a captain's dice?
Sure.
All right, it's my last
This is your
one.
last one? Yeah.
Get us that money.
Mate.
What did he say was split 50-50?
Any
The
gear that you
gear,
recover.
which means we might be taking the pizza van.
It's not seduce or beguiling. But I do get my drunk bonus and extra dice. 5.
Bam. Let's go, Wyatt.
Wow.
After all, you are asking for our discretion in this matter as well.
He leans forward and just kind of goes like, you have a nose for business after all, Mr. Wyatt. Or Wyatt, you could have been the investor you said you were. I do sense that some of the things you told me were not a lie. You do have the Aeon type.
Well, but
I know a glam when I see one. All right. I guess I can spot 2,000. But I'll add a little addendum if you want that additional 1,000. Is that satisfactory? Is that okay?
what's the addendum?
NHI is going to have some mechs with them, most likely. Deactivate one without destroying it. I'll keep that one. It might have good information that could lead us to more scores like these.
All right.
I might be able to make something like that happen.
He does multitask.
I told you.
Yoke winks.
Not everything was a lie.
He smiles and goes like, okay, very well. I hope you enjoyed lunch. Beautiful food, good business. Delicious food, good business, beautiful women. What more could someone want? I'm going to be late for badminton, so I will send you a message later today.
Oh, you're not coming.
I was hoping you'd forgotten. All right, okay. Is Lev even home right now?
I don't know. Good
Okay.
question.
You can wait around for him.
Kind of like, okay, I'll have to. I'll send my manicurist a message. Okay, let's get up. Let's. You guys. He walks over. Pays for the actually pays for the food. Nora, do you want to? Is he coming on your car? What's the plan?
That's up to him. I can drive his car again, or we can go in mine, but I don't know if he wants anyone else to drive his. I'm gonna leave a tip on the table.
How much are you leaving?
Oh Lord. How much do I have to spend to get the XP trigger?
You look at how much Maurizio is paying for everything. He's paying 220 credits
Damn.
for the.
How much did he tip? Did he tip?
You don't know, but you could probably throw another like 10 credits or 20 if
I
you
was
want.
gonna say 10.
Yeah.
Normally it would be more, but yeah. Little bit broke right now.
Aw.
Maurizio.
As you're heading out, he was like, "Yes."
Do you do any sort of physical training, fighting? Are you good with a gun?
He goes like, I do CrossFit. I am decent with the pistol, yes. I mean, learned as a child. Luckily, I've never had to. I've been in dangerous situations, but most of what I do is what we did today.
All right. I guess me and Val will have to train you.
Wait, why?
You should be able to defend yourself.
If you really want to stand up for 6 districts, you're gonna have to lead by example at some times.
Oh,
Now I
That's
could
nice.
drink that.
All right, I guess.
What did Joke say?
Oh, I could drink to that.
He kind of goes like, okay, I guess. Sure, we can make some time. Let's see how this first job goes.
All right, my car or yours?
He kind of goes like, well, Miss Nora and Val and Wyatt or Yoko, you're all welcome to ride in my car if you like, or I can just follow you if you don't like to go on your Tempest.
Wyatt, can you handle the car again? I'm going to make sure he goes to left.
I can indeed.
We are in a full honesty mode now. I mean,
You tried to get away once. I'm going to walk around. I'll hold my hand out for his keys.
well, you're driving too. Okay.
Yeah.
Gives you the keys.
Go back to his car. And toss mine to Wyatt.
They're both hard asses.
Why? You get.
Please.
Mauricio was like, I wasn't going to say it. Wyatt, Wyatt, give me a Dex and Grapple, -1 because you're drunk.
Oh my god. Oh no, Wyatt's drunk.
Yeah.
Grapple. Dex. 1.
Drop him.
The little data, you can like try to grab the data drive key thing, and you can like smack it with your fingers, clatters about like 5 feet onto the road. You kind of walk over and just pick it up.
You know what? On second thought. Maurizio, why don't you just come with us?
Looks at his car and goes like, all right. Oh yeah, go home. The car
Okay.
just starts leaving.
You can drive
Hey,
home later.
look at it this way. This means that she has to drive you home.
Yep.
You are a good hire, Mr. Jokak.
Multitasker.
Alright. Going back to my car.
How are you guys setting up in the car?
I don't know
it's
how you
packed.
guys want to. I'm driving,
Yeah.
obviously.
We can put...
Unless Maurizio wants to drive. Actually, I don't know him that well. I'll drive.
We can put Maurizio in the front in shotgun.
Val, are you okay with Mauricio taking your spot?
Begrudgingly, yes.
Yoka's gonna give Val the window. the two drunk at the window.
Yeah.
No reason. He is also going to make sure the windows are rolled down before we get
tipsy
started.
at best.
You know what that's called in the lower level? It's called Radinovi Hail.
Oh,
my
no.
god!
Oh god.
No!
Put it
All
on
right,
the
I'm not
sheet.
gonna.
I hate all of that.
I'm
Put
not
it on
gonna
my
peel
slang
out
sheet.
this time.
This is cursed lore.
I'll drive carefully for everyone, but I will put the top down.
All right. So, after from Bella Vita, it takes you about 40 minutes as you pull up to Lev's garage. You kind of pull up, the door automatically opens. You see the workers kind of like in the back, stacking these crates from this like van that's kind of like open, this like dark van, not the cucaracha. The cucaracha is like pushed against the very back of the thing. Like I would say the cucaracha is back to full hit points at this point. I see about like 3 of the mechanics kind of like unloading stuff. The Tempest kind of stops with like the kind of roar. You do see Lev's garage probably fits 6 cars on the first floor. The middle 2 spaces are empty. Then there's in front of you, you see the cucaracha, and then the Tempest behind. And then there's this van that is on the bottom, like left side. And then on the leftmost side before the van is you see Lev's Barracuda.
Oh, Uncle Lev is home.
Maurizio goes, Uncle.
You know how it is.
Yeah, to be fair, if I had met him earlier, I probably would have called him Uncle too.
Mm-hmm.
Lev and Madame Dulce have the same sort of arrangement, I think. They pick strays. They are the nurturing kind.
Yeah. Lev's kind of he has a second dad to all of us, or first dad, I guess. I don't know. Don't know about everybody here.
Looks around.
I just kind of like furrow my brows at Nora when she says
Wyatt really hates it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. Lev's a good man. He's a conciliator, diplomat. That's why I had to sort of pick him for my little ploy. What should I tell him?
I don't know the truth.
Right. I
Or
guess-
tell him you fucked up. Leave the details out of it and say you'll fix it.
just make up that it was some misunderstanding. If you still want to keep your true story,
No, I'll. Yeah, I think I can massage the truth a little bit, so it's still plenty of truth to it.
I think
But-
if you mix in a little bit of how it's very good as stick trick, maybe that might help.
That is a keen observation, Miss Val. Sorry, respect just oozes out of me, you know.
Wait, what? I didn't catch that.
He keeps calling you Miss Val, and then he corrects himself. And we're like, no, Val, I'm sorry. Respect just oozes out of me, you know.
I'm sure
We
it
know
does.
Do you want to stick around and have a few drinks?
Give me the diplomacy check, Nora.
I don't think we have anything else to do today, so might as well. Do I still get a bonus from drinking?
Yeah.
These 3s!
Maurizio kind of goes like, sure, why not? It might help get the conversation to flow with Mr. Antonov.
Yeah, you've already missed badminton anyway.
That is true. kind of shrugs and was like, it's okay. There's always Friday.
What's Friday?
My next class. You guys step out. Immediately, you guys hear a "Ruff!" and from the back of the garage, from the back of the van, you guys see Ghost just kind of jumps out, just runs towards Val. And that's the thing where, like, he runs so fast, Val, as you're stepping out of the car, that it almost looks like he's gonna tackle you. But he just fully stops about like half a foot from you. Just like he's wagging his tail so fast that his butt is moving a bit.
Good boy. You missed me?
I keep forgetting you have a dog.
Wag, wag, wag.
Why is that so hard to believe?
It's not hard.
It's not common.
Not something you see around here.
Not common to have a pet in.
Maurizio smiles. No, it's perfectly common. It reminds me of my childhood dog. He is lovely.
You hadn't mentioned that before. What type of dog is he?
Oh, well, he is not with us anymore, but he was a small, mean Pomeranian named Biscotti.
That's adorable.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Ghost. He tries to reach out to pet him.
Val kind of gives Ghost like the kind of like, it's okay, look, like he could be trusted.
Ghost smells Mauricio's hand and just Mauricio kind of pets him, but Ghost got like just full attention mode. It's a little bit bigger than Biscotti.
It's understandable. Never mind. I'm actually not going to say what the thing I was going to say, but yeah, it makes sense though. Like for 6th District, like it would be like a Pomeranian type breed where it's like a small dog that could like fit in like an apartment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mauricio kind of goes like, "All right, you all lead the way, and let's go find Mr. Antonov."
All right.
Okay.
Let's go upstairs. Is he here?
You do see his car. His like this dark green and white Barracuda parked there.
I'll send a message to him that says we have a guest who might want to speak with him.
Do you send a message to Lev?
Yeah.
What do you say? Just you're here?
Yeah, I'll just say we have Maurizio.
Oh, so you say Maurizio specifically. Levin sends you a message back real quick. It's like, did he come willingly?
Mostly. That's what I'll reply back with.
That's not inaccurate.
You guys hear?
I'm gonna proudly lead my catch up to to Lev's office.
Lev does send a message like it's a ... and it's like, okay, well, if he's okay, then I'm up at the office.
Alright. I'll just let him know Lev's up at his office.
And Maurizio goes like, all right. I haven't come here since I was like 16 or 17, I think. Looks exactly the same.
Everyone says they've been here, and I've never seen them. I guess no one's ever seen me.
You come here often before, Miss Nora?
Used to, yeah.
I feel like I would have remembered you if I met you.
Do I remember him?
Give me an notice check.
You can tell me this private. Like, can I use profession, or does it have to be?
Yeah, you can profession.
I am abusing this.
No, you never met him.
Huh, okay.
You do the math a little bit, and it kind of like it makes sense.
Okay.
Mauricio goes, But, so I'm guessing all of you had stints here in the garage except for you, Val?
That's right. First time here on 6th and also in Capital.
Must be overwhelming. Coming from Zaligar, I think not that many big cities over there.
Certainly. And coming here and experiencing the orbital elevator for the first time was definitely something.
Oh, Biscotti used to hate Zvezda.
Yeah, and Ghost was not a fan of it, unfortunately, either.
Goats love it for some reason, though. I don't understand why.
Fucking goat. There was a cage with goats when Val came in, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Goats in a
right.
cage.
I thought like he misheard Ghosts as goat. I'm like, what? Like,
Oh, no, goats, yeah. You guys make your way up the stairs. Nora, you open the door to Levin's office and you see Levin sitting behind a desk, hands steepled, pretending to be reading something on his data pad. You see he's standing very like straight, and Soko in full battle armor with his hammer by the door just kind of looks on. Like he kind of looks at all of you and he goes like,
Holy
"All
shit.
right, you can come in."
Calm down, guys.
did he look like he was kind of like caught unawares that like he's kind of just putting on this facade like or like putting on this look
They're-
like just now?
They're definitely both pretending to be way more professional as crime boss than they are.
Amazing.
Nora's just like, she rolls her eyes. She's like, calm down.
Soko was like, "Nora, no, we are. You can come in." Levin,
Look at Maurizio. He's normally not like this. I'm so sorry.
Maurizio kind of smiles and goes like, "Mr. Soko, it's been some time." He steps in. Do you all kind of step in behind him?
Depends. Does he want this to be private or does he want an audience?
Maurizio goes like, "I think eyewitnesses are a good idea."
All right, she'll stand in the corner.
You all kind of step in behind Maurizio. You line up on Levin's couch. Nora, you stand in the corner. Maurizio, pulls on his coat a little bit, adjusts his scarf as Levin looks up. Just now, looks up, and goes like, "Maurizio, it is good to see you. It's been some time." He stands up and walks around the desk and just shakes Maurizio's hand. Maurizio is like, "Mr. Antonov, it's been some time indeed. You have gotten some very proficient new hires." Levin goes like, "Oh, yes. They are all people I trust and they are extremely skilled. I hope they were not too rough in bringing you here." And he goes, "Oh, no, by no means. Listen, they informed me of some misunderstandings that had happened. Just in the flow of conversation, sometimes people understand different things." Levin was like, "Yes." There were some inklings, perhaps, that people may have misunderstood that some areas of MB17 might have been under the purview of the Valenti family. I may have inadvertently been the one to spread that information." Levin tilts his head, looks at you guys for any sort of clue. Just kind of pale blue eyes scan over the couch. I don't know if you guys say anything or present in any way.
Nope. Just let him keep talking.
Smug. Smug
Yep.
is it. That's it.
Yeah.
Or just nod towards Maurizio when Levin looks.
Very well, Maurizio. I understand that sometimes it is easy to overpromise or forget where the borders are drawn. I accept your apology. Maurizio goes, it's most gracious of you, really. He was like, but I do expect you to go to your people and explain to them where that border lies, emphatically. Your father and I are good friends. I did not mean to send him a message accusing him of something. So I am glad you came here on your own volition. Maurizio was like, yes, of course. And I've been overdue for a visit, you know. Levin goes like, sure.
Empathy check, Lev.
Yeah, Lev does not seem to like this kid. I would like to empathy check that as well.
Do I get a bonus?
Give me an empathy check. And Levin shakes Mauricio's hand and puts his hand on Mauricio's shoulder. And he leans in and whispers something to Mauricio. So I would like empathy checks and I would like perception checks as well for whomever wants to try to listen, hear this whisper.
Could I get advantage on the empathy check?
Yes.
Yes, I will give you advantage, Val, because you do know Lev. Nora, you as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's just 1 empathy, 3 perception.
All right. Val, 2 empathy, no perception. Not a crit fail because this is not against anyone.
Hold on a second.
Joke and Wyatt, you don't care?
I'm rolling. Let's take this.
Oh, you're rolling. Okay.
Sure.
Empathy is 1. And
Oof. Yoke. No, what's happening?
No empathy for Yoke. Are you doing perception as well? Or
Well,
perception 2.
I guess good luck couldn't run the whole session.
Oh no. Yoke, you're just fully distracted. I will say because three of you guys got it. I'm just gonna Val. Empathy wise, Levin is looking at Maurizio. It doesn't seem like there's true animosity, but it's the kind of look that you give a spoiled kid that should be like put in his place. You know? He doesn't mean any harm for Maurizio, but you look at that sagely teaching look on Levin, going like, it'll probably be good for you for someone to put you in your place. You know, like I would do it for your own good type vibe.
Is there, I guess, any hint in terms of whether or not he just believes Maurizio at his word, or that he isn't telling the whole thing, or?
Not, you don't sense distrust from Lev in that regard.
Okay.
He doesn't know Maurizio's motivations, but that's not what he asked for, you know. But you, at least distrust you don't sense. Nora and Val, you got a 2. No, you got nothing on percent. Actually, Nora and Wyatt. I might actually whisper you guys. Lev leans in and says something to Maurizio. He shakes Mauricio's hand and he keeps the handshake there and puts another hand on his shoulder and leans in to say something to Maurizio. I'm gonna whisper Wyatt and Nora.
Yeah, my first whisper.
Is it your first whisper?
For today, yeah.
Oh my god. I think Wyatt had the first whisper of the campaign, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right.
Are you mad?
No.
Sounds about
Oh,
right.
shit.
That is not how I meant the inflection to come off. I was reflecting
You were
on just
really.
how you woke up like with like a strange voice in your head, and like it was probably related to that. Is what I was.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys see as like he whispers this, Maurizio kind of goes like, "Oh." He looks behind him and goes like,
Nora narrows her eyes.
"Of course, Mr. Antonov. I would not." Yeah. Levin goes, Good. Good to hear about this. You understand I will have to speak to your father about this, so perhaps go home and catch him up. That way he can be informed when my message comes through. Maurizio presses his lips together and goes like, of course, Mr. Antonov. Nora had asked me to stay for a drink. And
Yeah, Lev.
Lev goes like, well, Mauricio is unfortunately busy today.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he needs to go to his father and explain what he did. And do you want to argue, Nora?
I think he's old enough to make his own decisions, Lev.
You can give me a diplomacy or a presence check.
Empathy check.
I'm just leaning a bit against the wall, just enjoying this.
Diplomacy, I think. And one from my suit. Fuck me.
Levin sighs and nods. He still has a hand on Mauricio's shoulder and the other hand on his hand, like as if holding the handshake. And he looks down at Mauricio because Levin is very tall. And he goes like, you know, Maurizio, Nora is right. You are an adult. You make your own decisions. So decide. But he doesn't let him go. And Maurizio goes like, Nora, signorina, I have your contact information. I should, as Mr. Antonov says, go speak to my father.
Sure.
Levin goes, I'm glad you can make an adult decision, Maurizio. And you're always welcome in the garage, as long as I'm home.
Nora's just glaring at Lev now.
Oh no.
Levin
I'll walk you out, Mari.
looks at Soko and goes, actually, Nora, I'd like to talk to all of you. Soko, could you take Maurizio down? You can get him a shuttle car back to the Valenti Union. Is Nora just like visibly fuming right now?
Yeah. She's mad. She's like arms crossed, all like she's trying not to look pissed, but she's obviously really fucking pissed.
I'm gonna make an empathy check for Levin.
Okay.
What does Levin get on a 2 from Nora?
Alright. What does Levin get? How do I phrase this? She is... It's the same old, same old. She's... No one's giving her any... What's the word?
Agency?
Agency, yeah. Everyone keeps making decisions for her.
All right. Levin kind of like looks at your face, Nora. He sighs, lets go of Maurizio, and goes like, actually, Tuco, I need you to get me something from upstairs. Nora, you take Maurizio downstairs and get him in a shuttle taxi, would you?
I was offering to take him home earlier, but sure.
Well, I do want to talk to you.
Yeah, I got
All
you.
right. I appreciate it. Soko goes, sure, boss. What should I get from upstairs? And Levin turns around like, I don't know, improvise.
I'll be back.
Maurizio and Nora head out. Soko heads out and heads upstairs. I can hear myself echoing.
It's me. It's me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Levin kind of like turns around once Maurizio and Nora are out and Soko kind of goes upstairs. He looks at the three of you and crosses his arms and goes like, all right, so what's the deal here?
What do you mean? What's the deal?
Well, you did your job, right?
I guess you did. I assume you vetted the information Maurizio just gave me. He was just doing some stupid shit and overstepped. Is that true?
Well, we should probably wait for Nora to get back to get into the details of it. But he did give his reasons, yeah.
He looks at you, Joke, and nods. All right. Leans forward and just kind of sniffs. Val, have you been drinking?
Just
We're
wondering.
all in trouble.
No, I mean, you are an adult. Did Maurizio Valenti get you drunk, Val?
He might have a little bit. To be fair, I don't know if that was his intention. It was only just one drink, but yes, he did.
Well, two, because he spiked your coffee.
I did.
He did what?
That one.
All right. I'm gonna write his father a long message.
Don't, please. Don't.
And that puts his hands on his waist and starts pacing around the room.
Everything
Dad's
was fine.
mad at everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Relax, Lev. Everything was
Very
fine.
disappointed.
Don't worry, boys.
No, I understand if Val was like wants to drink. Val is an adult and she is a mercenary from Zeligar with whom we have no prior association. But spiking a woman's coffee is just not an acceptable thing to do in my side of 6th District.
He asked me if I wanted to, so it was agreed upon. It wasn't like he snuck it in, so don't worry.
He sighs. What is that check for, Joke?
Empathy.
On Lev,
Mm-hmm.
this is very much. This is Lev is. He's trying to hide it, but unsurprisingly enough, you can kind of like see it from Nora. But I will say, on a 3, it does ring some alarm bells, or like just it makes something like tickle in your brain. The 11 is very much acting like his 2 daughters are gonna be taken away by this like Casanova bad boy who's not good for them.
Yeah, okay. That's exactly what I was.
Val will also add, don't worry, Lev. I know how the birds and the bees work. I can take care of myself.
Lev, full red on the face. He opens his mouth and he closes his mouth and opens his mouth and he's trying to. What is Soko with that thing? And he turns around, just walks behind, just sits down on the behind the desk, opens his drawer, pulls a bottle of whiskey, and pours a shot. He's like,
Where is Soko with the thing?
Nora.
Yeah.
Well, that is happening inside. You and Maurizio are walking down the steps. Maurizio goes like, I am sorry, I'm going to have to skip that drink.
Yeah, I'm sorry about Lev. He's a little overprotective.
I don't understand. I mean, he's never been like... He almost seemed more... He whispered something to me. He almost seemed more upset that me and you or me and Val as consensual adults who might find each other attractive than about the territory thing. And that's not... It's weird.
Well, I don't know about Val, but I grew up a little bit, around Lev. So I think he's a little... It's just overprotectiveness, I guess. I don't know. I can't seem to fucking escape it, so...
He is a little bit of a mother hen, as they say.
Yeah. But, maybe we can hang out some other time when he's, not around or just not here.
He smiles and goes like, I have your frequency. So So if you want to hit me up anytime, I'm usually, tell you what, for you, I'm always available.
Quite the charmer.
I have been told that. I don't know if it's true, but regardless, you kind of get almost to the outside. At least he let you walk me out.
Yeah,
Soko would have been a much worse conversationalist.
Well, I guess we'll be in touch about our job then. And,
I'll send you a message with the information tomorrow once the time and date and stuff comes out. And if you need an advance or anything to purchase gear, do let me know.
will do.
Kind of pulls it up and just touches a couple. And you see one of the many shuttle taxis that are like on the outside of the, like on the, right outside of the, like a couple of blocks south, outside the mega block. One of them just beeps and then breaks up from the massive line of like shuttle cars and just starts moving towards the building. Just in case. You understand that how to explain this? I find you very attractive. I also find Val very attractive. And
Okay.
Wyatt as well, but he seems less receptive. I just didn't want you to think I was trying to like juggle too many things, you know? Like I'm
was
just
kind of thinking that, yeah, but
I mean, if you guys were up for it, I would be as
I
well.
don't. What? No.
I am just saying that if either you or Val are interested and you want to go out sometime, I would be happy for. But I also understand if you are not comfortable with the prospect of an open type of thing. So I'm willing to try other things as well. I'm very flexible.
Okay, other things? Flexible, like physically?
Oh, that too. No, but I mean, if one of you wanted to perhaps give a proper date a try and didn't feel comfortable with me pursuing other options, I would be perfectly willing to not pursue other options at
I
that
see.
point.
That's called a relationship, like a monogamous.
Monogamy, that's the word.
People are
Sorry.
so fucking weird. Okay. Sorry.
No, for now it's just a business relationship, and I make my admiration of on both of you very known. But it's a business relationship. But it is just so you know that I don't always have to be this charming with everyone.
Right.
And you can let Val know as well.
That's sure, whatever. That is wow. No. It would take a lot more of getting to know me.
He nods. I perfectly understand that. And I very much look forward to a business partnership where I get to know you.
We'll see how long it takes.
Kat smiles. I am a patient man. In the meantime, we can. Let's say I would be more than happy to just watch you two kick some ass.
You don't even know what we can do.
He kind of like smiles and was like, "No, but I'm itching to find out."
Can I leg sweep him really quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh no.
He's gonna get a concussion.
What does he have to roll?
Oh no, let me check.
This is how I broke
Well, how
my
did you
wrist.
two meet? Yeah, I sent him into the hospital.
Endurance, fortitude, or dex evasion, and it just has to be an attack test from me.
All right. His dex evasion is actually higher at a 6.
You know, it's
Okay.
very It's very 13-year-old energy to flirt by leg sweeping someone.
You got a 1.
Right.
All right, I have to find out because this is an unarmed. It's a combat maneuver and it's unarmed, so that's a +2, and it's strength. I can do strength, right?
Yes.
I got a 3.
Yep. You leg sweep and you crit him. He just hits the side and goes like, oh, shit. Ooh.
Oh. Okay, I didn't think you were that flimsy. Are you
No,
okay?
I am perfectly fine. Good thing
I will
I'm
help him
good.
up.
Yeah, I help him up. He kind of like just his arms kind of like. No, good thing I'm skipping badminton today. You,
Huh.
that was you have some. Those are some legs on you.
Yeah, I was taught well. Sorry.
No, I mean, makes me more confident that you can handle that job. Okay, well, he points to the car just behind him. He just touches down. The automated shuttle taxi just opens. You know what? If my father asks, I gave you guys a good fight.
Yeah.
He leans in, gives you like a little peck on the cheek, turns around and goes like, say goodbye to everyone from me, and don't tell them about the leg sweep. As he hobbles to the car and just kind of hops in.
I'm very proud of myself. I'm just gonna walk back up with a little bit of swagger. All right.
Some big Nora energy there.
After about 2-3 minutes, as Lev is like just on his second swirling on like whiskey and going like, all right. I probably overreacted to that. Maurizio is not fully a bad kid, and I did tell you guys to not hurt him in any way. You could have hurt him a little bit, just a little bit, and I'm sure Marino would have seen it as character building.
If it
Am
makes
I
you
back
feel any
yet?
better,
You're coming upstairs. What was that, Val?
If it makes you feel any better, we at least hurt his pride a little bit. We skipped his car.
He goes like, "Oh, good. It's
Can
one of my garages that repairs it, so that's money in our pocket."
Do I hear the conversation?
At this point, Nora, you open the door, and you probably caught the last bit of conversation.
All right. I literally just fucking knocked him to the ground.
Did he try something? Did he?
Oh no,
did he
I
put
just
his
wanted
hands
to
on?
show him. No, he didn't
Oh.
touch me.
So you just did it just to
Establish
all right.
dominance.
She shrugs.
drinks a little bit and just puts his drink down and goes like, all right, Nora, come in. Jock and the others were keeping me appraised. So Maurizio was the one spreading the rumors.
I look at the others, like kind of asking, like, should we tell him?
Well, it's not really saying much anyway, so you probably assume that he's probably hasn't said much.
He was worried about all the same stuff you've talked to us about, Lev. I think he was just trying to, I guess as I put it earlier, sow a little bit of discord, which he was just doing it in a stupid way.
We work very hard to keep the peace here. Him sowing discord is woefully irresponsible, which is, I guess, what I would expect from him.
Well, you don't have to lecture us about it.
No, I understand, guys. I am sorry. And you did a very good job. Especially doing it in such a diplomatic way.
You'd almost say it's worth a bonus, right?
He tilts his head and just kind of scratches his nose a little bit. Wyatt, give me a diplomacy check. I said he scratches his nose and my nose started itching.
Three.
3. Let me see. Let me look at your job listing. I have to post Maurizio's job listing after the session. Let's fear. He scratches his chin a little bit and goes like, all right. This could have gone a lot worse. One of you could have actually fallen for Mauricio's bullshit.
That
Let's
didn't
say-
happen?
What was that, Joke?
Nothing.
No. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Mm.
What did you say?
Oh no, nothing.
Nora, are you like out calling Joke?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Nothing. We were about to get paid. Let's get paid.
Joke is sassy.
For
Levin
what
does
it's
kind of
worth-
like stand up and. Sorry, was that Joke? Or Val? Sorry.
Yeah.
for what it's worth, even though there was a risk of falling for his shenanigans, technically all the other jobs that we've been doing have been way more risky. I think this was pretty tame by comparison.
That is true. Though I will say, Val, I think you are not underestimate the risk you just were in. Nevertheless, Wyatt, you do have a point. This was performance above what I would have expected. I promised you 300 each, so let's make it 350.
Shit. I can almost afford dinner for myself.
Did you need me to get groceries for you again?
Levin kind of narrows his eyes and goes like, you just got groceries yesterday. They will last at least a week, Wyatt.
I can just hold the money for you. It's fine.
I was like, maybe I should then send you to do some jobs for Marino. You seem to have a knack for loans and financial solutions. He steps up. Wyatt gives you a credit with 350. Nora as well. Val. Wyatt, Nora, and Jock, you all notice as Levin is giving you the crit stick, he sniffs for alcohol.
I blow it in his face. 2 glasses. I'm sober.
He goes like, no, that's stay for like 2 minutes after the others are gone. I just want to ask you something.
Okay.
All right. So it is. He goes like, if you guys want to have some lunch, there's stuff downstairs. If not, congratulations on a job well done. I'll probably have some more stuff on next week. So why don't you take a weekend to get used to living here a little bit? Wyatt, fully temporarily,
Of course.
Yeah.
You all notice that he's just saying
Still
this
here
to
for
Wyatt to
some
appease
reason.
him. Uh,
It's still here for some reason.
Nice.
Wait, sorry, what was the last part you said?
Like fully temporarily for Wyatt, but you all can tell that he's just saying that to appease Wyatt.
I see.
He does say, Val, after I'm done speaking with Nora, do you mind swinging by? I wanted to ask you about some things regarding your transfer here from Seligar.
Very well. Sounds good.
All right, kids, you have the rest of the day off. Nora, stay here for just 2 minutes.
Mhm.
All right. Have fun. And I'm gonna leave.
Good luck. Yeah.
Can you make me a drink or something?
On it.
Thanks.
I
Wow,
guess.
that's like the nicest he's been to me all day.
Do you all
Me?
head out?
Yeah, you.
What? I'm always nice. What are you talking
You
about?
called me an asshole
No. Well, okay.
out of
yeah.
nowhere.
He's like, no, well,
Quiet at the door. Like Levan goes, okay, children, you can discuss this downstairs.
yes, Dad.
We're just gonna get in a fight.
He looks at Wyatt. See, is that hard?
Okay. I just flip him off as I'm walking out.
He grins.
Wow, he's more childish than me.
As everyone heads downstairs, Levan kind of like leans back on his desk and crosses his arms and goes like,
You were
I-
not about to lecture me about boys, right?
all right, so no boys, no problem. Did it have to be this boy?
Left.
Of all, there's literally millions of boys in this district.
Yeah, so what? I go make friends with someone from the Night Zones who has no pool whatsoever, and then what?
All right, I understand what you're going for, as long as you understand what Maurizio Valenti is going for.
Yeah, he told me downstairs.
He kind of like pinches his nose, like on the bridge of his nose, and goes like, "All right, well,
Well, if I turn him down, it's fine.
listen, if you or Val or Wyatt or Jock were to genuinely like someone, I would give you my blessing. Of
My
course,
God.
I am just your employer, and yes, we've like I have a pre-existing like relationship with some of you guys. I just want you guys to be safe and know what you're getting into.
What is this just about Maurizio? Do you not like him? Are you...
Maurizio is a bit of a party boy. He has a one-track mind with some things, and that is totally fine. I just don't want that track to go through over, you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think he was pretty upfront about that. He said he could do a relationship if that's what I wanted, but
You've known him for a day, so
I mean, he was just offering whatever. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You're not my dad.
all right. But here's the thing. I understand that, and you are an adult, and the same as everyone else. And I do want to respect your autonomy and your choices. I will only really tell you what to do as far as being your employer for now. But I also want you to know that in a sense, I am responsible for you because I didn't call it in when you showed up here. Just something I should have done. I just want you to see it from my side.
Okay, Lev. I'm being careful.
Okay. And listen, I know how skilled you are. That's not. I am less worried
Live
about.
like paper. He's so weak.
I understand that, and that is why I am less worried about you getting into a fight than you getting into a relationship.
Nora like blue screens for a second. Okay.
One thing you've been trained for, the other you've had a terrible example for.
Yeah.
All right. Would you call Val,
Have
please?
you ever been in a relationship?
Yes. A couple, and one that I cared about very much.
And?
Unfortunately, my work did not mesh with the life that this person wanted.
Okay.
But
And
it
if your
was-
work did mesh with the life that person was already involved in. Do you see what I'm getting at?
He was like, I understand. And I am glad you're taking it slowly.
No, Lev, I'm just saying it's an example. I'm not. Okay, anyway.
Left turns right. I'll call Marino and ask when we can set the wedding date.
No, no.
He fully like grins at you and just kind of takes the last sip of his whiskey and goes like, I am fucking with you. Go call Val. You
I
are okay.
know. Oh.
See, you can mess with me, but I can't mess with you. I don't understand.
All right, I just walk out of the room and just call for Val like really loud, even though she's probably just right there.
Yeah, Val is probably like just like one flight of stairs down. Nora, you come out and go like, Val!
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm right here. All right, ghost.
This is very much like teenage daughters in the house.
You've never seen Nora red-faced until now. She is like fully pink. She's like, Lev wants to talk to you. She just walks past you.
Val goes right up.
Val, you go right up. You see Levin's putting the whiskey away. He looks at you though as he's holding the whiskey and goes like, might as well, you're already on the way. Do you want something to drink? I am so not used to you drinking, but I missed a lot.
I guess you really have missed that phase of my life. Sure, why not? May as well have.
Mhm.
Oh,
he's
yeah. Just move it.
he nods and smiles, and he pours himself a bit and you a bit of whiskey and slice. And I was like, I do apologize. It's a very similar effect for two very different situations with you and Nora. But I look at you and I can't help but see a 13-year-old kid, you know?
I appreciate the concern. And sorry if I made a fool of you in front of the others, but I can take care of myself.
Go ahead.
I admit I am surprised though. You're concerned for Nora. Seems you go way back with a lot of the crew more than you have connections that go way back with the crew with others other than just me.
He kind of nods and goes, when you are undercover, Val, you have to build not only a story, but a life. And that life involved becoming part of the lives of a lot of people. Some of those people were kids. And as they grew up with me in their lives, they were in mine. And just like with you, I feel responsible for them to a degree, and I care for them.
That's rather sweet of you. It actually all kind of makes sense now. All the times that I've had to see you go off on long trips, I never knew what it was for. And all this time you were cultivating connections with individuals like them. It's crazy to think that you've been at it for this long.
He smiles and nods. Well, it is also entirely against the Hekatonkiris manual. So your intelligence offers contact, when you get it, learns nothing of this. Understood?
Understood. I can't help but wonder though. So since I'm in the mood to ask, how did this all come to be? This just such a unconventional route for one of us to take. How did you even end up here?
Levin kind of leans back and just kind of takes a slow sip. Let me change the music to something more fitting to this.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to ask Maurizio something.
You can message him.
Well, I was going to ask about his implants, that's all.
Oh, I see. I would say just from your... this is the wrong thing. Just from your
Knowledge?
your vision of it, probably social implants.
Okay. Gotcha.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So he smells real good.
He probably smells real good, yeah. Lev kind of like nods and goes like, well, I don't know if you remember when you were a kid. Turns out I was a lousy ascendant. Or, well, aspiring. But through my service, we figured out that one thing I was good at was to earn people's trusts. Probably because I really did care about the people whose trust I was earning. And people can sense that kind of genuineness or genuine feeling, I guess. After let me look at the stories here. I need this. Yeah. He kind of goes like, after Nazwir, the first time, not what is coming now. Val, he leans forward and sits down. What I am going to tell you, they are not going to tell you at the Ascendancy. What the Ascendancy would tell you is that we won every single armed conflict during the first Nazwir War. Every engagement, every skirmish, every battle. And that is true. And yet we lost the war. Sure, the Hekatankiris and the Admiralty Board might say that we reached a peace agreement. But the foot soldiers, we knew what was up. We lost that fight after winning every battle.
I don't understand. Could it be?
You were a kid, you probably didn't notice. Were you in the children's circle at the time? No, I think you were probably already on a ship, so you might not have picked it up. What happened was that when we were fighting troops, the Radinovi intelligence network was running us over. Logistics problems, pirate attacks, rebellions, assassinations. The Ascendancy is extremely dependent on a system of rimworlds. There's few of us to spread it around, really. If we have to quell rebellions at home, who's left to fight? They knew exactly where to hit us and how to hit us. They knew more about us than we knew about ourselves. We were so focused on tactical edges that we did not account for human weaknesses. And human weakness is exactly what the network is good at exploiting.
Val is
So after... Go ahead.
No, Val's looking stunned amidst all this. I never knew. You said they had a hand in exploiting the rebellions. Did they have a hand in causing them too?
Of course. There are probably sleeper agents that had been embedded in Ascendant worlds longer than I have been here in Kapital. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a populated center in any of the spheres that doesn't have at least one Radinovi spy within it.
This entire time, the whole aspect to the war that I never knew about. It all makes sense in retrospect, but wow.
So, you understand why, after Nazwir, the Admiralty Board decided that we needed some spies of our own, counterintelligence. The problem was, most of us sucked at it. Most of us, except a handful, among which was me. So here I've been for 9 years.
You were one of the first. You're alone all this time. I can't imagine what you've gone through and since then.
There's a handful of others, but we try not to meet often or at all. Eventually I'll give you that information, but you understand that the Radinovi are almost as good as counterintelligence as they are at intelligence. Even this conversation would be risky should I not trust everyone that is here in this building right now.
Right. Normally, I wouldn't even deign to ask, but perhaps a few too many of these I've had. He kind of clinks her drink a little bit.
He smiles and is like, yeah, well, you can drink with family. You're safe doing that. As long as you don't go too into it. And I dare say that the group you're with right now, they're kind of like family, all of them.
Well, if you can vouch for all of them, then that sets me at ease, knowing that you trust them.
They will help you, but they might need your help as well.
I find that a little difficult to see at this moment. They're also, I can tell they have motivations, but I don't think they're going to open up to anyone anytime soon. It seems in Kapital, trust is hard to find, especially to someone who's not from around here.
He said, Levin adds, entirely true. A shrewd observation. But that is all the more reason why people you can trust are the most valuable thing you can find here. Because it's hard. Nora, I let her open up to you in time, but she does, I guess she feels like she has something to prove. Jock has been through a lot, and I fear that he's not dealing with it. And Wyatt is running from something. I only hope he wisens up enough to tell us what it is so we can help him with it before it catches up to him. As for you... Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sure, hopefully with time, they'll trust me with their woes, and maybe I can even tell them of my own. What were you going to say?
He does smile and goes like, it is my hope. As for you, though, I have a bit of an idea after this first days of how we can get your mission underway. I gather since you've met... go ahead.
Oh, and she was just going to ask him what was that.
I gather since you've met Maurizio already, you know that there's a number of people that have significant pull on the district. You already have me, and Durek seems happy with the work you've done for them. Maurizio seems to like you. He kind of like grimaces a little bit at saying this. But his father is the one whose good graces you have to get into. I believe that if you build up enough cred with the other 5 bosses of the district, do some work for them, even if you have to pretend you're working behind my back, that'll be the first step to you being able to make the inquiries you need to make without drawing undue attention to yourself.
It's funny you should mention that. Well, I guess I'll just say it sets my mind at ease for some things. I would never want to go behind your back for anything, so I'm glad I have your blessing on that.
He knows. And then he kind of first bro is like, no, wait, but still don't screw me over. I mean, like, pretend that you're going behind my back.
Of course. you know where my true interests and motivations lie. You never have to worry about that.
I appreciate it. And if you need help, you can always we can have small private moments like this as family here in the office.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
It's funny. When I first came here to Kapital, I kept thinking to myself what I wouldn't have given to be on a team with Lydia or Aldo or heck even Elkon. But even just being here for a few days, I understand that they probably wouldn't be a good fit. As you said, we ascendants make lousy spies. I learned that lesson today myself. But I'm glad I have you around to show me the way.
Smiles and goes like, no, don't discount it. You never know who might show up. And listen, I do know you, and I guess you could say I know with my head that you can all take care of yourselves. It's gonna take me a little bit longer to learn that with my heart.
Wow, that's understandable. There's so many years that we have to catch up on. I understand it will take time. And
He smiled.
I admit it's going to take time for me to adjust to this image of you. As you know, I've only ever known you as a warrior. So to see this side of you it's very nice to see the real you.
He grins and goes like, well, if there's anything you need to know about that, I failed 2 gauntlets, but I've been keeping this garage running, and I have several others for 9 years now.
I've never deigned to ask you about those 2 gauntlets, but perhaps another time. Yeah, it seems like you've carved plenty of accomplishment here instead, which is just as valuable.
He leans forward and holds the glass up a little bit and goes like, I will tell you one little secret before I send you to celebrate with your team.
Oh.
The second one was awful. The first one, I was holding the map upside down.
Really? That was what it was?
That started in the wrong foot, and after that, I ran out of time. I'll tell you again sometime. Go celebrate with the others. I'm glad we had a talk, though.
Yeah, this was nice, Lev. Or actually, no, she would have actually said Kalevi, I think. This was nice, Kalevi. She kind of pauses at the door, lingers, and smiles. Yeah.
He goes, this was nice, Tina. Let's do it again soon.
Yeah, let's. And then he'll smile, and she'll open the door and close it behind her.
All right. You head downstairs. What are the others doing downstairs?
Well, I would have made Nora a drink because I'm nice like that.
She will come downstairs, flustered, take the drink, and just start pacing angrily around the kitchen while drinking.
Jesus, what happened?
Lev happened.
I'll say, Wyatt, you overheard what Lev said to Maurizio, though. So, yeah.
Yeah. Don't let love get to you. Just do whatever the fuck you want.
No, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. He's just implying things that aren't there. I'm gonna down the drink. How strong did you make it?
Very, very strong.
I'll say Val and Nora gave me 42 checks.
Yeah. 2.
You had 2
Great.
earlier. Yep. You're tipsy.
That's all I needed. I need to calm down.
Oh, man.
Hi does the R2D2 noise now.
Val, describe for me how you stumble into the lounge downstairs.
I think she has a little bit of a sheepish smile, like, and it's actually probably not as much. Well, the drunkenness is just, I think, enhancing just that kind of little familial tie and stuff. She's got a sheepish smile. So
Val, red face, like little smile on her lips, kind of stumbles, like walking a little bit sideways as she comes into the room. Nora, you're holding your drink and you're starting to feel it on your face too.
She's like breathing heavy, just like glaring at the doorway. Not at Val, just at nothing.
You good, Val?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
Joke, you need a drink? What'd you roll for?
Wyatt came down with Yoke, so you probably would have saw. But Yoke made a little bit of a scene of like putting a synth smoke in his mouth and then like heading outside like he was gonna go smoke. And he never comes back.
Oh my goodness.
So Joke is not there.
He's going to hook up with his girlfriend.
Okay, so now Nora's like, wait. Well, she counts 1, 2, 3. She counts Ghost. She's like, no. And she goes back and counts Wyatt, Val, and then herself.
Yeah, Joke
Where
left.
the fuck is the nerd?
I don't know.
He left?
Out, never came back.
What? Lev has a problem with me talking to a guy. Okay.
Oh yeah, how'd that go? You look awfully flustered at the moment.
I'm trying to make connections, right? And get, like, friends in high places, like I literally said at the restaurant. And Lev has to go and make it about a wedding? What? I don't know.
He can be like that. Very overprotective. So like him.
I guess I'd forgotten. Anyway, I'm trying to calm down. I'm gonna go change clothes. My armor is, like, ripped. Does anyone else need their armor fixed? I can do it tonight.
Oh, you fix armor?
Yeah, really shittily, but I do it.
Well, then perhaps you shouldn't do it.
Whatever, I'm gonna go change. And come back at this.
Nora, you would have gotten your message probably on the drive back with Marino. So would have Joke.
After Nora like leaves, like, and like Val's kind of just hanging on that last sentence, and she just asks herself, "Where is my armor?"
Did you leave it at the sauna?
She's wearing her casual outfit right now.
It's probably the Tempest.
Yeah, we probably dumped it in the back of the car.
I think it's in the Tempest because she was in case if there was a fight, but I think in this moment she does not remember.
She does not remember.
Did she say that out loud?
I think so, yeah.
I just laugh.
All right, so let's jump to what Joke is doing. Joke, you headed out for a smoke. You headed down the stairs. You probably catch a glimpse of Soko standing at the very top, like with a plank of wood, like just thinking whether he should go downstairs or not. And then he shakes his head and just kind of goes back towards the girl's room just to look for something else to bring downstairs. Where are you heading to, Joke?
Yoke is going to... let's see. I'm heading into the night zone. It's going to take some hours to get down there on foot, so I got to get started early if I'm going to make it down there in any reasonable time.
All right. I'll say you probably get to one of the elevators, and that should take you down there. Like, how far down are you going?
Let me see. Check my notes. What what floor is Alvar locked up in?
Oh, you're going to the prison?
Yeah.
That'll be, I believe that's 15th.
Yeah, all the way down to 15th. I mean,
Let me double check.
what time is it right now when he's taken
Uh,
off? Or when he
Right
reaches
now
the
it's probably like 3 p.m. or 4 p.m.
He's got some time. He'll stop by, let's see, Night Zone starts at the 20th, right?
Yes. No, 25th.
25th. He'll drop into like 22nd. And get something to eat. He's got hell with him.
All right.
But then once he he's eaten something, he's drags his feet a little bit, but he's gonna pop into the tunnels instead of taking the elevator all the way down. He'll use the tunnels to get down to 15th.
Okay. It takes you some time to go through there. There's a whole like you do kind of like walk through maintenance tunnels, darkened space. At one point, you open into this like massive concrete canal with like a few like filtering lights of the light of the stone above, and you see these kind of like nocturnal plants that grow on either side. And you walk through the middle. You hear the rustling of like a couple of earths in the darkness, and you just try to clear out of the way. You walk through these kind of like condensation from above falling like just scattered rain in some places. These like full like small little nooks where people live here in the tunnels as well. And I would say on foot in the tunnels, even if on the same mega block, you probably don't make it all the way down till like 7 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah. I took off early.
Yep. So we're gonna hold that for a second. So Joke is not coming back tonight, probably. At least not till late.
Not till late, yeah.
What would everyone else be doing for the second half of the day?
I want to like repair armor, but I want to hang out with people while I do it. So I'm probably just kind of doing it slowly.
Mm-hmm. Just working on it in the lounge.
Yeah, as long as everyone's here. If everyone leaves, I'll just go sit by myself, listen to loud music.
Elle will stick around, try to sober up. She will send. I mean, if Jock is gone for a couple of hours, she might just send him a data pad message. Hey, you okay? Just making sure he's okay.
Yeah, he'll reply back like right away and just say, "I'm all right. Just don't expect me until later."
Alrighty, stay safe.
So Val, you just hang out and like wait for the alcohol to pass. Do you want to try to get anything done, or are you just watching? Sorry, go ahead.
I had a downtime project, but it would involve leaving the garage, and
you can do it tomorrow. You have a full day of downtime.
Day.
Okay. Yeah.
I need to reply, Sierra.
Yeah. You can. So yeah, you can if you want. Ghost is very happy to just have you there, and he curls up on your lap, like just front of his body on your lap. Turn on a Holovid, and Nora is sitting on the couch working on like just fixing up armor bits while the Holovid is running there in the lounge.
Nora does just say at one point, since she's drunk, like, "Oh shit, I gotta reply to Sierra," and she's gonna pull out her data pad and reply.
Sierra.
My best friend.
That's nice.
Oh, she was the fan.
Huh? The fan?
Mm-hmm. Don't I have my letter
No. No, not Zira.
How do you spell
That's Iggy. Zira's Seera.
that? Seer.
Iggy's the fan.
While we're doing this, Nora wanted to listen to music, so he'll play some music.
Oh,
Aw.
Yeah! Oh my god!
Nora is absolutely going to take out her data pad and record this.
Anyway, you can keep talking.
Yeah. Should I do skill tests to repair armor?
yes. Give me your crafting checks.
I can do 4, right?
Is my armor even damaged?
Yes.
I think my
Did you
Yours
get
is
hit
not.
during the?
I don't
I don't
think
know
I
if you
did.
got. You didn't.
I don't get any. Sorry. I don't get any bonuses, right?
I don't believe so. No. I'll give you a workshop bonus because you have the tools from the garage.
Okay.
Oh, I do have a new image for this.
Oh.
So I don't think I had ever shown before.
Wyatt, how
Oh,
much
it's actually-
DR are you missing?
2?
2 DR. Okay. I may only need to do 2 checks.
Spectre is also out of the R.
Can I repair Spectre?
Is the R? Yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay. I'm missing 2. You're missing 2. And how much is Spectre missing?
4.
Okay, so I may have to. Oh, I gotta do one more. Almost done.
Does that encourage?
Eight. So I think that's it, right?
Hey.
Do you want to give it encouragement? You could.
I mean, I think I
Oh,
can
yeah.
encourage by playing, right?
That's
yeah.
all of it.
Yeah,
It's all
there we go.
repaired.
Okay. Well, never
Nice. So everyone get your DR back.
I took the
Oh.
encouragement and I used it for one roll, and it's all back.
Yeah.
mind. Actually,
So
let me
yeah, everyone
roll-
gets their DR and stuff back.
Did
let me
Yoke
roll
take
for
hell?
performance.
Oh, Yog took hell.
Okay.
Um,
I think, like, for as
That's
rough
okay.
and tumble
That's
as
good.
Nora seems, she's actually, well, she doesn't even seem that rough and tumble. She's very well dressed. She's really good at stitching, like, leather and stuff back together.
Yes, she has a.
Could be
A
better,
knack
but
for
she's
leather.
pretty good. Yeah.
All right. So
Or stitching cloth and leather.
cloth and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fixing stuff up.
Yeah.
So joke. As the others are having a quiet night, eventually, I will say, eventually, Ada does kind of show up. Did you let her know where you were going?
Yeah, but the original plan was I was gonna go down to not Bitesar, but the
Retrores?
Retrores. Yeah, I was gonna go down to Retrores with
Yeah, with Emmanuel and Cricket, but
Emmanuel,
they've gone
yeah.
off,
yeah, but they went. So yeah, he just
going all the way down.
decided to change up the plans a bit.
Okay. As long as Ada knows where you like that you'll be back later, she kind of sends you a message, kind of going like, "All right, be careful, you know, even for natives. I'll be at the garage."
Yeah, I'll be home later. Just leave the door unlocked for me.
Yep. So eventually Ada does show up, and she kind of like sits down to listen to music and watch the whole of it. She pets Ghost as well, while Ghost fully falls asleep with the front of his body like on his side on Val's lap, while you are trapped there for a couple hours. And Nora's on the couch just fixing stuff up. Chuck, after about like the better part of 3 hours, at nearly 7. Though it's the night zone, the time really doesn't matter. It's always kind of dark here. You get this like buildup of like just sporadic rain. You know it's not rain, but condensations from thousands upon thousands of feet of drainage tunnels and like heating tunnels and pipes and all that stuff that builds condensation. Kind of like it almost like it sort of semi-permanently rains in some zones of the night zone.
Mhm.
You walk through this like crisscrossing mess of bridges and like walkways made out of like stacked containers and segments of wall that have crumbled, have been repaired with sheet metal and scrap. This very much like the neat division between the mega blocks gets completely lost, and what you have at this point is this vertical urban sprawl of like just rain and plastic, neon, like just like sporadic lights that just go off in every which direction, and huge throngs of people that are always moving in all directions. Small nooks where people are eating and talking, laughing, listening to music, but also like beggars on the streets. People kind of like looking for the next hit of some sort of fuse. Every now and then you hear like gunfire and just people scream, and you see a shuttle car kind of like just leave up fully vertically. It's sounds and sights that you are very used to.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk, your footsteps echoing through the wet sort of ferrocrete of pavement, you're starting to head towards the space between MB17 and the wall that divides the 6th and 7th district. You see a handful of figures kind of like twitching and curled in a ball, almost in a corner. Give me a knowledge check.
He's put his hood up as he's traveling, and then in certain parts of the night zone, when he's going through areas that either don't have lights or the lights are out of maintenance and they haven't been working for like months or years, he's got these like really old, dingy set of night visor goggles that he puts on.
What's on?
Knowledge.
Yeah. Or a medicine check with intelligence, either one.
Oh, let me take that instead, actually. Let's see, would this be... this is for treating injuries, okay. 2.
Do you see 4 figures just kind of twitching in a corner in like a ball, wearing kind of like ragged, like either light armor or enviro suits with like woolen blankets are wrapped on top of them, taking refuge on an alcove from the almost permanent like condensation rain that runs down the walls. Over the last few years, there's been something called FT. That has been it's a drug. On a 2, you would know it's some sort of Twitch variant, but it's been hitting hard, and he has extremely bad withdrawal symptoms. And you, as these people, you see them kind of like just almost like a lower level, like almost epileptic twitching. You do know that's withdrawal symptoms from FT. Okay. Kind of like avert your eyes and just continue walking, trying not to draw their attention. You come to a section where it's almost like the 15th floor, this whole corner, or a whole chunk of it has been almost like carved out for about 3 floors. Instead, what you see is a large monolithic building, huge, Very few windows that you can tell. It almost looks like an Egyptian monolith or pillar, but almost steepled like a ziggurat, but very narrow. That is just kind of sitting there. Footpaths connected to the floors above. It takes about like a full 2 or 3 floors, like from 14 to like 16th floor, and it's like someone carved a section out of that and took it off and put this monolithic building there, and it connects at the bottom with the like. It's actually sits on 14th, and there's like a variety of paths and roads that connect to it, like crisscrossing, like spider webs, almost like clinging to the sides of the mega block around it, and on a large, like huge, like 20 feet tall hollow sign that just scrolls around it. You see the text PSO2. It's kind of ticking around. There's the penitentiary station 02.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of takes off his goggles and pulls his hood a little bit closer. And starts making his way in.
You get to one of the footbridges that leads to an entrance. This wide footbridge. There's a couple of like destroyed shuttles that looks like they were burned at some point, like they burned out cars, like stacked against the left side of the entrance. There's people like that have laid out small selling like stations to sell stuff. People that are just kind of like hanging here. A line of people waiting to like go in or present a complaint, or there's people with like suitcases and stuff that are coming to drop stuff off for prisoners, and you do see about every 20 feet on either side these tall, thin but like broad shoulder, very bulky and rectangular, painted yellow mechs. Each of them with like, they seem to have like a sort of like a scintillator in their hand. They're just marching. And on this whole footpath, there's about like 8 of them or 10 of them that are just kind of like on pairs marching. And like when someone gets in their way, the mechs don't stop. Just kind of shoulder check someone, and you see a like an older man just kind of gets tossed to the ground by a mech, and the mech continues, and the older man kind of like just like his data pad and some of the stuff kind of fall to the ground, and he very quickly picks it up and scurries away. There's people kind of like selling stuff on the floor, just like, and they sell stuff that you could go and drop off for prisoners, you know. Toothpaste and toilet paper and toothbrushes and little data pads and Holovid stuff, like Holovids for a projector. You know, a lot of it is junk, but they're still sold very cheap. You come to the actual like door. There's like a door to just leave things for prisoners, and then there's one for administration and one for visitors. And you see 3 troopers, 3 enforcers, one with a shotgun, one with a riot shield and a baton, and another one with a rig. They're all wearing heavy armor, and besides them, behind them is a power armored enforcer. You don't see this type of power armor above like the 15th or 16th level of Night Zone. It is this massive, like, it almost looks like a rook in chess. Like, it has this like skirt that kind of protects it, and you see us walking around with 2 heavy shotguns, one of each hand, just like patrolling around the edge as it kind of looks down at people. Power armor being about like 8 feet tall. You come to the visitors gate. And the door opens. You walk in. You shake a little bit of the quote unquote rain off, There is a security gate of sorts, like a scanner, for you to like leave any stuff. As you approach, you see a woman enforcer in the same kind of heavy armor, but not the power armor. She kind of looks at you and goes like steps forward, like it goes like next.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to have a visitation with an inmate.
Name.
Alvar Atlason. Oh shit. And he starts like digging through his rig and checking his pockets. I have his inmate number somewhere. I don't remember it off the top of my head. It's been a while.
She nods, goes like, "What's your relation to the inmate?"
I'm his son.
All right, we're gonna do a scan, kid. Hands up,
Yeah.
face to the wall. Put your hands in the yellow circles.
He complies.
You see as from the wall, these two lines of scanners emerge. You just get fully scanned. She kind of goes like, "Jocko Atlason."
Sure.
All right. You're gonna have to leave your rig and drone out here, okay, son?
Yep.
She escorts you past the security gate. You see another enforcer takes her place and goes like, "Next!" And another person steps up. She escorts you past the gate. You leave your rig, your like anything that you could use, and you walk through a darkened, low ceiling corridor, bare ferrocrete walls with just kind of like numbers and cell stuff. Eventually, she stops and goes like, "All right, here's it. We brought him out for you.
Thank you.
Got 30 minutes tops, okay, kid? Then I come get you."
Yeah, it won't take that long.
She nods and you see as she starts walking back to the entrance. The door opens and you come to a fairly nondescript and kind of like empty painted white ferrocrete room. There's three there's kind of like a glass wall with a sort of like table type thing that is inserted into the wall, chairs on either side, and there's three subdivisions, and the other two are empty, and in the middle subdivision, looking smaller than last time you saw him, with a wide smile on his face, and they're just sitting there, looking at this kind of like plexiglass, security glass looking thing. You see your dad.
Picture.
Oh my god.
Daddy.
Where is it? Oh my
Sounds like
god.
Looks nothing like him. Hey, it's real, Daddy. I'm not falling for this again.
Your dad smiles and goes like, "Joke, it's been some time. Come, son." There's no like real receiver and stuff. It's just he talks and a speaker catches it and kind of like projects it onto the other side. As he kind of like waves you over.
Goes and sits down. Hey, sorry, it's been longer than usual.
He puts his hand on the glass and goes like, "No, I understand. It's."
You heard about what happened.
He nods slowly. He goes like, "Sadi and Ada, they sent me a message. They keep in touch with me and they let me know how you're doing."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's been chaotic couple of months.
Yes, I understand. I'm glad that you are with your friends, though.
Well, friend, I'm kind of staying over with Ada right now.
I see. Well, at least I hope you're keeping in touch with Sadie. Those two girls love you, you know.
I know. Yeah, I called her last night. We're still keeping in touch. She's still enrolled, so she's very busy.
He pulls his hand back a little bit and just kind of wrings his hand together and nods. You're looking a bit skinny.
Well, I was about to say the same thing about you.
Oh, no, I'm just fit. I have access to a gym here. It's not that bad.
Yeah. You're eating enough?
You know, probably, yes.
Can I do a medicine check, just like visually?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Would this be more like insight rather than intelligence?
I would say yes, this is insight because you cannot examine him really.
Yeah. I still got a 3.
3. He doesn't look like he's wasting away or anything, but he does look a little bit thinner, a little bit smaller, a little bit more tired than last time we saw him.
If there's any like evident
you don't see any like
bruising
scars or bruising or anything like that. And your dad is like, he gets along with people, even if you know he's a little bit of a doormat, perhaps sometimes.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yes, you're worried that, and also like, you know, they probably subsist on NutriPay. So even if no one's taking your food, questions how much you're gonna want to eat after years of that. You know.
Yeah.
He kind of goes like, I'm really glad to see you, though. Of course, I understand you had to take some time after, but I am very glad to see you. Tell me, kid, how have you been doing?
I mean, that's
It's a loaded question, I know.
well, I'm still around. Thankfully, I've got, you know, people to pull me up and dust me off, so I'm just kind of learning how to, you know, walk again. Take it one day at a time, as they say it.
He kind of like smiles. I understand. Listen, about your aunt. We've always lived in a dangerous place. It could have been her place or your place. Could have been the next one, you know? I've heard from the guards that the enforcers don't really have any leads right now. And I know hoping for justice in Kapital, it tends to be a little bit futile.
Walking testimony of the efficiency of that system.
Hey, people like me joke. We have to play the game with the hand we are dealt. But you're not like me, kid. You got a brain in there like nothing I've ever seen. You can change your hand, you know?
Yeah, I've Yeah. Yeah, Dad. Uh, sorry, I
Hmm?
didn't bring anything down here for you.
Oh, no, don't worry. I am fine. Ada came here just a few days ago. She told me you were with Mr. Antonov and you were gonna work
Okay.
for him with him, and she brought me some stuff, and um, I thanked her for taking care of you, but she said she'd let you come or message me on your own time, and I agreed. I think that's
Yeah.
um
I know that puts you on cooldown, so I'll have to give it. Let's see. A couple days ago, it'll probably have to be about a week and a half, and then I will have another package sent in.
he smiles and goes, I appreciate it. As long as you're taking care of yourself first, okay?
Yeah,
Um,
I'm working now, so it'll be all
hey,
right.
in a sense, it's like I get free food and house here, so I have it better than a lot of people in the night zone.
Yeah, you actually do. Um,
I-
and there's maybe parole in like year and a half, 2 years. You've had a good
Uh,
record, so
So I wanted to save this for in person. I didn't want to send it over a message, especially because I knew you were busy and everything happened
uh,
because of good behavior. I'm officially on a year and a half.
okay. Yeah, that's good. It's a
That's
lot
three
better
years
than
off, kid.
yeah.
That's
You're practically out already.
yeah. I can almost smell the fatty there. It can be worse than here, though. To be fair. Um, his eyes kind of like mist a little bit and smiles, and you look, all things considered, good.
Thanks. Lev has me working with some people who are very good at taking my mind off of things. So yeah,
Being busy helps. Tell you what, for all the things here, the boredom's the worst.
right. Yeah, that's what it kind of got to me too. Is if it gets too quiet and I spend too much time in my own head, yeah, it gets bad.
The enforcers were wanting to talk to you. But I told them that you didn't know anything and you were grieving, and they should give you that space. You know.
I don't know what they're looking for. I already gave my report.
Yes, I don't know. I think they are. I mean, I appreciate that they are trying. It's more than you would expect from most enforcers. I think it's because
You didn't get a name, did you?
yes, I think Enforcer Vanner talked to them, and they've
Yeah. Was that the guy that I talked to before?
no, Enforcer Vanner, he handled our neighborhood when you were a kid. He's
Oh,
retired now, but
Connor.
I know Ada sent him a message when when it happened, and maybe he put in a good word, and that's why they're actually trying.
No, I meant
The enforcer in charge of the
investigation. Yeah.
investigation is Enforcer Pacheco.
Okay.
I'll give you, and he kind of like reaches out and just there's a little keypad thing on the side of the desk that he's on. He just got type something, and you see a little like a little slip of electronic paper comes out on your end. That's his com frequency. I told him already that you told him everything you know, but if something comes to mind, if you had seen someone strange hanging around the apartment, I don't want you to dwell too much on this though. But if something does come up, you can message him. If not, I mean, it's Kapital, you know.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, I have I came here on foot, so I got a long walk back up
On
to the
foot
garage.
from
Yeah,
26th, 28th, I think.
yeah.
York, do you need? We haven't. Do you need credits for the shuttle taxi back? I haven't allowed like.
It's fine. I wanted to walk out those tunnels and just kind of. I don't know.
Alone? What if you get lost again?
I don't get lost anymore. It's been years since I've gotten lost.
I'm gonna ask Ada, and she's gonna tell me when last time you was that you were lost. Okay, it just
Don't do that. It's just taking.
see. Then it's been years. It's been years. But when okay, I'm sorry. You know how to handle yourself. You've known how to handle yourself since you were like 10 years old.
Yeah, I kind of had to. I'll take a shuttle once I get out of the night zone. I can trust it's
Yes.
not rigged to kidnap me.
That is true. You still have all your organs, so
Yep.
that's always a. He kind of puts his hand on the glass again. Goes like, "I'm really glad you came."
Hesitates for a moment, but he puts his hand up. Again, sorry, it took me a while. It won't be.
Next,
It won't
next
be this
time,
long.
tell Left to drive you or something, right? If you work for him, he should be looking out for your well-being.
All right, Dad. I'll tell him.
Good. I love you, kid.
I love you, Dad.
See you soon then.
Okay. He gets up.
Get up as you head out. You see kind of your dad wave as the door on his side just opens. See a mech kind of step in to escort him back to his cell. You pick up Hell, your rig, bundle up, and step back out into the rain to head back up to Levin's garage. And that's where we're going to wrap up tonight.